Hello, people of YouTube, and the future, perhaps. Dwarf Fortress? Would you like to watch me play some Dwarf Fortress? I don't know why I'm waiting for an answer, it doesn't make any sense. Let's actually play some Dwarf Fortress, and if you give a shit about that kind of thing, carry on. So, the fortress currently is under siege from undead, and it has been for quite some time. Yay! Although our frame thief that we had last episode, session if you will, he's gone, and now look at the leisurely drop in the FPS after unpausing. It's not a plummet, it's a slow glide into position. Oh, going up. Delightful. So, you know, we're at 59 frames a second. That isn't bad at all for Dwarf Fortress terms. The little lad who was thieving the frame, we got him out by connecting up to the caverns down here and then sending him off. And we've resealed everything nicely so the undead can't get in. Sadly, we lost this little fella. What was his name? I don't think his name was Lama Walshu. Dumat Lesast... I can't pronounce your name, sorry mate. The memorial guy will get it right, I'm sure. So, yep, we've sealed up down here with the bridges. That's all good. The dining hall seems fine. Not the key I wanted to push. This one was the one I wanted to push, but whatever, we got to the dining hall. Let's unpause it and allow things to carry on for a little bit as I continue to tour the fortress. Plump helmet production looking okay. We've also got some plump helmets over here in this area, but I don't think... Oh no, all of the farms have been removed. Maybe we should turn this into full-time pasture. In fact, let's check to see if we've got any pasturing animals here. Oh, I've already had this thought before. Very good. Who's going in? Who have we got? Let's go G. No, everybody who wants to pasteurize. Pasteurize? Wants to be put out to pasture. Already is. Very dull. Very boring. Oh, well, never mind. We don't need to grow any plump helmets in there. We've got a few coming along nicely here. I don't know how the plant orders are going. And we do seem to have produced quite a large amount of... What are these? Dimple cups. Fucking dimple cups. Who decided to plant them? I mean, I didn't intend to plant them. My full intention was to plant fucking pigtails. But no, apparently I've got Pepega hands. I can't use the keyboard correctly. Wouldn't a tourniquet be better than a duct tape bandage? Yeah. I mean, why not have both? Let's go for it. Do the tourniquet first, and then just cover it up with duct tape. I mean, the only thing I remember is because in the Return of the Living... No, the Evil Dead 2, the guy was trying to duct tape a shotgun or something, like a chainsaw, to his hand. So that was why he was using duct tape, really. It wasn't primarily to stop the wound from bleeding. But I've definitely seen it in other movies. I've definitely seen people sealing themselves back up with duct tape. It's like a trope. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I know some people that would also, while not being drunk, use duct tape to close some wounds. I mean, could do. Maybe even a staple gun. Ooh, but, you know, if it's that drastic, you've got to really hold it, close that little gap. It's good. Wait, I can force ads for people. Can you? How does that work? Oh my goodness. Dwarf application would involve doing the neck to stop the ear from bleeding. That's true. I mean, the dwarves, they do like to get a little bit liberal with the old healing methods. They pull out the old bandages at the drop of a hat. Mind you, we should probably get a hospital together, shouldn't we? We've probably got all the materials now. If we can build a well, we can build a hospital. As I'm sure many people have said in the world at large. After they get a little bit too excited about their small charity taking off a bit. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. Where the heck is all this stuff? Okay, we've got our lovely stockpile room there. That's good. Got the mason's floor here. Blah blah blah. Boom, boom, boom. I should probably check to see that we've got a proper amount of memorial slabs coming. Well, there must be a shitload of memorial slabs to place. That's good. Sorry, I'm wildly distracted suddenly. We could put together something to build some chains in order to put together some sweet hospital beds. Militia captain. Nope. What's going on in chat over here? Oh, I see. Yeah. So I think that's it. Oh yeah, no. I put a load of new things on for the channel points. I don't know why, but I saw them there and thought, fuck it, let's add them, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, no, I think. Hell, what else are you going to spend it on? That's the thing. There's not really much of practical use because you don't even technically need to use it to get a dwarf named after you. I'll just name a dwarf after you if you ask. It just gets you put on a handy list so I don't forget about it. That's all that works. But feel free, use the old namey command. That's fine. Excuse me. A big old cough at the moment. Right, sorry, where was I? I was getting wildly distracted by the internal workings of my own head, which wasn't advisable. I should probably have been paying more attention to chat and what was going on in the game. Let's think about what to build next. I think we've got miners. I don't see any mining operations on the go. So maybe we start thinking about digging a proper mine or a hospital. What do we think? What do chat think the priorities should be? How's my military looking? Do I even have a military? We do, however, these two squads, the Crabs of Bronze and the Slayer's Oathies, I'm pretty sure they were sent on a suicide mission, and I'm fairly confident they're not coming back. The Tin Groves, however, very important, very powerful boys, very useful in our defence, hopefully getting pretty good. We've got 10 of them, so that's nice. Oh no, sorry, we've got 9 of them. One of them has clearly popped his clogs. Maybe we should take a little look to see who could be the replacement, but we'll do that in a minute. All I know now is we've actually got military on the go, so no need to panic too much. That's happening. Blowjob from a shark or being fisted by an orangutan. An orangutan seems like a gentle creature that might, feel remorse for its actions as it's forced to do this horrific act, by whatever sort of hypothetical captor is, carrying out these demands. But a shark, that'll be like, oh, yum, that's very little to eat, but whatever, I'll eat the rest of it too. Arr, 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 arr. Once you've got to that point, right? I feel like it would happen. Whereas the orangutan, it's almost as much of at the mercy of this scenario as you. Where are we going down here? Suggesting for polls would be good for making some building decisions. That's a good point. Don't worry, CCDL. The point's coming quite fast, I think. It shouldn't take too long. I should probably load up, in fact, the list of things, shouldn't I? Otherwise, we're going to be adding things to like request lists and I won't even see them. That would be silly, wouldn't it? It'd be very, on brand, though. Let me click here, go to community. That's us. Oh, blimey. Let's go to the channel points. Here we go. Manage rewards. That's what we want to see. Review requests queue. What have we got here? So we've got Namey, 1 request from Musami, who wants a dragon, should want to come. We're not getting a dragon. Still, we'll leave that there until just on the off chance that a random dragon turns up. We'll keep that request there in the queue. There is Night Fury's request for a poll, blowjob from a shark or being fisted by an orangutan. I suppose. Why not? We'll check the response of chat on that one later on, and then also requesting some ad time. I suppose I could run ads. I'm going to mark that as complete, and then maybe if we have a break, I'll run some ads because I've never done it before. Why not? Give it a go. Try it once. You never know, you might like it. But other than that, don't be too upset if I fail to do that one. And then guiding the raid, I think that means you can suggest channels that I raid at the end. Again, I enabled these on a whim, so don't expect too much. Don't expect too much consistency or even respect for the system from me. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I'll catch up with chat. Right, there we go. Okay, I had a little stretch and a catch up on chat, and now we can have a look to see what this petition is all about. Who wants to ask me a question? The Hall of Desserts has many members in Cryptbeards and now requires a guild hall. The location must be built and furnished, with the hall designated for a farmer guild. Do you approve this request? Sure, let's have a farmer guild. Why not? I feel like they've asked for one before and we didn't give it to them, so now let's actually make good on our prior possible promises that we may have made. And this kind of weasel word talking really doesn't help my image at all. Right, where are our moves? Have we got any rooms that have not been actually assigned zones yet? The Point of Mountains, the Tufted Whisker, the Abbey of Torments, the Armoury of Bridges. You know what? All of these should get tables. Build table. Planning mode on. Sure, it's not amazing, but it'll do for now. Table, 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 table. Let's put a little square of tables in each one, just to count it as furnished. Just to give it that little bit of professionalism. That little veneer of artsy-fartsy style, right? let's give them a... That's exactly what having a table does in my world. It marks you as an artsy-fartsy type of person. Because I'm terrible. Let's go down here and add ourselves a lovely little bit of chairage. Very nice. Come on. There we go. So that's all those rooms. And then we need to dig out a room, I suppose, for this new Farmers Guild, don't we? So that's a door. Diggy, diggy. Where a wiggy? So we can go there, over here. Just make it a regular square room. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. It'll do. It'll be fine. There we go. And then once that's dug out, I'll mark it up as a zone, and then we'll give it to the Farmers Guild for use. I see a lot of miners down there in that... is that a temple? I'm not sure if it's a temple. I think it's a temple. The Furious Continents. I think it's a temple. It's a temple. They're spending a lot of time in that temple, having too much time praying, I think. I might have to get and have a word with them about it. So, excuse me, I know you enjoy praying and whatever it is you do in there. Hang on, let's actually check what they are doing. Oh, they all leave the moment I go to look into their little minds. Oh no, he's there. Let's have a little look. Go over to Dwarf Therapist, take a peek inside his noggin and see what's up. Who are you, little fella? It's Isaac Meep. Oh, he's a namey, is he? Named after a member of chat. Where are you, Isaac Meep? Here we go. What's your current activity? You are meditating on the night. Oh. Coming up with lyrics for your power metal band, no doubt. Meditate on the night. Woo! That's what they do. Who's they? I don't know, but they do that. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Oh, Scubs15. Welcome to the stream. Thanks again for joining us. And what a lovely little sub. Wow. 2-month streak. Cheese indeed. Cheese indeed. Where have we got down here? I've missed lots of stuff in chat. Hold on. Should we get A, cows or B, goats for cheese production? The thing is, we are limited to the 3 animals we have, and unless somehow I can induce some form of cow, horse, goat crossbreeding, I don't think we're going to get much in the way of offspring. But maybe when the next migration wave arrive, they'll bring along a mating pair. We'll see what happens. But I'm all about the old cheese. Let's get some cheese going in the fort. Kangaroo cheese. I mean, sure. I suppose for the kangaroo cheese, you don't really have to milk them so much. You just sort of like hold on at the right way, and then they bounce like on their little bouncy legs. Big bouncy legs, fucking enormous bouncy legs. Boing, boing. And then as they go up, you just hold on, it goes psh, 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 into presumably a bucket or something. I don't know. Or maybe you just put like a big plastic bag in their pouch. Just fill that up. Seems a bit elaborate, probably a bit more effort than it's worth for the milk. Anyway, where were we? Pig cheese is the way to go, says Plutonian Jesus. Well, welcome back to the stream, and potentially we do have some pigs knocking around. I could check that out. But then again, haven't pigs gone for more tits rather than bigger tits? They've gone on that path, haven't they? Big long rows of nips all the way down. quite small in terms of actual absolute size. I think a pig gets down to eating pretty quickly in its life. Doesn't spend much time hanging off the teat. I wonder how big a whale's boob is. I feel like it's probably streamlined and kept inside, but presumably they have at least one, right? Because they're mammals, they've got to feed their young with milk. So how big is a whale's boob and how many do they have? This is the kind of question you need David Attenborough for. Oh, thank you very much for the follow there, Thorn. Much appreciated. Thank you. Sorry for calling you out before you said anything in chat, but I just got so excited I couldn't help myself. Let's have a quick look here. They milk themselves. Oh, of course, the thingies. Kangaroos, that's the word I'm thinking of. Pig milk tastes like bacon. Maybe, I'm not sure, because cow milk doesn't taste like beef. I mean, at the first inspection, it kind of falls apart, but assuming animal milk does taste like the animals it's from, then presumably there would be... actually, there's not that many different milk-bearing animals that you can get a meaningful amount of milk out of, are there? Like goats, sheep, cows. There are definitely more. Buffalo, but I mean, that's just a big fucking cow, right? Like deer are tiny horses. I know that's not correct. That's not correct. I know. Oh, here we go. Someone's hit the Googles. Someone's got there. Yes, whales have mammary glands. Yes, the mammary gland of a blue whale are... sorry. Yes, whales have mammary glands. The mammary glands of a blue whale are 1.5 metres long and each weigh about 250 pounds, about the same as a baby elephant. Terrestrial mammals have nipples which protrude and which the babies suckle, forming a lock around with their lips. Okay, so it is like an internal boob. The actual gland itself is maintained within the streamlined shape of the whale, rather than, in us air-moving mammals, where we have, I say we, females, great way of saying it, have, external chesticles, for want of a better word. Anyway, where are we going? That's right, Uruzun. Uruzun every time. Uruzru. I got it now. Yeah, that's right. Whale boobs. We've been talking about milk. Anyway, femoid. That's right, that's what they would have called them in the 80s. That's what the incels would have called them if there were incest? If there were internets in the 80s. Pretty sure there was definitely incest in the 80s. Probably best not to think about it though, right? Barry McCockiner. Well, why not? Let's give that name. Why not? Who have we got here? If I sort by has nickname, I'll just check to see who does and who doesn't need a nickname. Mandrill, of course, does not need a nickname, even though they're not someone from chat. Tidy, Diana Sarkscult, Bauxite Beard, Robot, that's Robot in Progress, Gingy Ginger, Yarvik, Buttermut Squash, Reprimand, Johnny 5, Claycree, Musami, Hibernoe, Night Fury 3.0, Dragonfire, Arian, Fuzzy, Salford Sal, Curly 3, Arctrekt and Isaac Meek. None of you need a nickname, so, may as well not bother. And we've got 14 people left here without nicknames. We're going to go highlight Barry McCockiner. The little Control-C. There we go. And we'll just choose someone at random. How about this one? Oh no, he's a visitor. He's not technically a citizen. Let's go with this one at the bottom. Zuglar. How happy are they? They're fine. Okay, set nickname. Paste. Here we go. Barry McCockiner. With his amusing little double entendre, not even a double entendre, it's a sex pun, with his amusing sex pun name, sits there in the fortress, happy as Larry. Presuming we are talking about a happy Larry. I would imagine in the world at large there are probably an equal number of happy and sad Larrys, but without actually going around the world rounding them all up and sort of like asking them a series of detailed questions about their mood, we will never know. Right, where's the request queue before I get too wildly off course? There we go. Now we can mark as complete. Mark Thorne's request complete. I missed the R. Bum. Hang on. Barry McCockey. There we go. Kermit. There we go. Hello, Spaceship Rat. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. And Happy Barry, not Happy Larry. Happy Barry. Happy Barry. I was about to do a very stretched pun, turning Happy Barry somehow into Capybara, which would have been diabolically poor humour, so thank God my filter kicked in and made me only describe it to you rather than put you through the process itself. Wonderful news. Anyway, let's unpause this. Presumably that paused because something exciting happened. Nope, we just don't have enough good fruit for booze. Which I'll have to do for now, because we don't really have any chance of getting any fruit from the surface, and I'm pretty sure the caverns are also off limits, so... Oh dear. Hello, Evil Master Yoda. Welcome back. My FPS is currently sitting pretty at 60. Very exciting numbers. Very exciting. The 80, 70 and 90s, that's all from being paused. 62 at the moment, and the game is moving. It's very good. Very exciting. Excuse me while I guzzle some branded mug decaf coffee. There we go. So, they're not on the case with this mining, are they? They seem very sort of reluctant to engage in any actual digging. I'm looking in Dwarf Therapist. I'm seeing 4 dwarves who have mining activated, 3 of whom who have some considerable skill in the craft. But unfortunately, and all of them who have all other jobs disabled. What's the deal? Are they in a military alert? Are you all in a military alert? You're in a military alert. Okay. Fantastic. Now we've taken that off, they can all charge back and get on with their lives doing what they're meant to do. Although that does also raise the question, were they supposed to be in that military alert, and have I now doomed some of them, if not all of them, to a horrible end? I don't think so. Because presumably, seeing as we haven't died yet, any holes in our defences were sealed last session, and I merely forgot to remove the alert. Where are the baddies? Would definitely... Oh, here they are. Here are the baddies. They're hanging out in this little pit. Oh, sorry, no. They're hanging around the series of pits. That's fine. I thought they were in there, but... Nope. Just having a little rock and roll session on the surface, I would imagine. I don't know why I'm assuming there's music involved. They just seem to be moving around a lot. Perhaps struck by some kind of notion of dance. No? Anyway, stop admiring the movements of your enemies, scoundrel. It's time to pay more attention to the needs of your dwarves. If they haven't started digging that out yet. They have. It's all good. And then we can turn that into a farmers guild. Hooray, hurrah! Let's also put in an order for some statues. I feel like this fortress needs much nicer statuary. In fact, some statuary would probably be the best way to put it, because that dining hall has absolutely fuck all in it. Hey, this place is full of coffins. Why have we got so many coffins here? Surely... No, still got plenty of coffins to place. But they're putting them in this stockpile for some reason. What's your plan there, buddy? Why don't you just put them into place? Why don't you take them hot from the factory floor straight to the dank tombs? Are you afraid the warmth of the mason's hammer is going to leave them too warm and it's going to add to the mist in the air, increase the humidity? I mean, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming humidity is not something you want generally around corpse storage, right? You want your corpses to be kept in a relatively dry environment, right? Then again, I suppose it depends what you want of the corpse down the line, isn't it? I mean, if you just want a sort of soupy mess with some bones floating in it, yeah, I mean, go for it, humid. Looking for something along the nature of the Tar Man from Return of the Living Dead. An all-time classic zombie. Anyone seen Return of the Living Dead? I know I talked about it last time, but it's on my mind. Kel told me she hasn't seen it, and I'm like, I've got to sort of Clockwork Orange you through a few movies. I've got to sit you down, clip your eyeballs open, and make sure you don't escape being forced to endure the entire canon of films that I enjoy. I mean, that seems a bit of an extreme response, actually. 300 plus population. I imagine you do miss fast speeds. How many frames do you get? Like 5? I'm probably being a little bit generous there, aren't I? That's no doubt a very slow fortress. Increase the priority on the mining designation. Oh, that's from prior discovering what was wrong. Hello, Harold Beaver. Welcome back. What actually happened to that raid? Are they still out or all dead? Well, there's no way of really knowing if they're dead, is there? Once they go out, until somebody comes back and tells us what happened. Is it all mysterious as to who is and isn't dead? I'm not sure how it works. It would be very awkward if Night Fury 2.0 came back. But Night Fury 3 seems happy enough, so I think Night Fury 2 is just getting cast out again. He's going to be thrown repeatedly against the wall of our enemies. Go for a bogbot. A bogbot? What's a bogbot? Tell me, Robot in Progress. I've watched videos about the movies. Oh man, Return of the Living Dead is really good. By far my favourite zombie film? Questions self? It's very close. It's one of them. About to work through all the Quatermass films. Oh, Salford Sal. That is a real jaunt back in time. I have never actually seen them myself, so maybe I'll have to have a look at those as well. They're like Cold War era classics. Very highly regarded. I've never really seen many things about them either, so all I know is that they're in some way about aliens coming to Earth. Maybe I'm wrong. Mission report. I remember this being one page of text and not particularly... they all got captured, didn't they? Oh, someone escaped. Pablo Rasta imprisoned. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit, let's count one. 4. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them got imprisoned. So, have to see. Oh, Bogbot. Oh, yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. And now that the context is applied, it makes so much sense. Good. Good. I like it. Bring our boys home. Oh, no, Tidy. We're not going to... They were sent away for a reason. They were all sent to war as part of a horrible conspiracy, not as... not for any kind of real practical reasons. No. We can't get them back. That's the worst case scenario if they all come back. Oh my goodness. No. I don't think you understand how this works at all. Madness. You've never seen a zombie film or show before, Harold Beaver? Well, I mean, they were a big thing for me, and then they kind of became incredibly popular and got very played out. So, approach with caution. All the good ones are kind of floating in an enormous sea of shit. So it's not guaranteed that you'll be able to pick out a gem immediately, but Return of the Living Dead, definitely can't go wrong with that. Very good. Very, very good movie. Premium movie. High quality luxury film. Some of these aren't being done down here, which means they're probably... Suspendo. We probably need to dig out a bit more graveyard as well by the look of things. We're definitely running out of space in this one. I'm going to do a little... Well, what am I going to do? Do this. Put out a little nubbin. And then we're going to have an annex. I know it's an ugly room. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'll try and tie it up a bit. I'll do my best to give it a little flourish. Look at this. Look at this. It's a very basic depiction of a TIE fighter. There we go. There we go. Or possibly sort of like an iconic depiction of Dumbo or Mickey Mouse or some other large-eared character. There we go. We're going to start doing a lovely little complex of burial zones. And hopefully that'll all get sorted. The fact that they've started digging here encourages me to think that, aha, our Farmers Guild is now available for placement. Very nice. Here's a zone. Let's get it filled up. Bosh. We want to make it a meeting point. We need to assign it a location, but we also need to assign it a new location. So none of these will be any good, will they? Add a location. It's going to be a craft/guild hall. And it's going to be a farmer's hall. However, we have to find it first. Engraver, mason, trapper. Bear with me a moment as I squint at the text. I'm getting cocky. I'm just skipping down it and missing large chunks of them. Let's try going up from the bottom. Butcher, thresher, cooker, farmer hall. Ah, there we go. Excellent. The Hall of Desserts with 9 members. And 10 workers. Wow, that's quite a large proportion of the population. The Glacier of Leaping. It doesn't have a very agricultural feel to it, but it'll have to do. It'll have to do. Also, we'll have to get that smoothed out, won't we? Designate smooth. Did these offices never get smoothed out? Have we been having mental health issues with our smoothers? I think we have, haven't we? Okay, let's smooth this out for now. I'll take a look and see who's out there smoothing. Over to Dwarf Therapist. In fact, let's all go over to Dwarf Therapist. Why the hell not? Let's take a little sort. I won't sort them by having nicknames. I'll sort them by stone detailing. We've got Salford, Sal and Vabok. Vabok? I don't know. Oh, hello, Cupo. Thank you for hosting. Much appreciated. Why does smoothing take so long? I would like to know. I think mainly because the people who are doing the smoothing seem to have a tendency to go a little bit mad and start losing their minds and killing people, which is a shame. You know, it's a shame. But there's not much we can do to defend against it, if you see what I mean. We've got a little bit of a problem here. Oh, hello. We've got it's a raid and a host. I suppose they're one and the same thing, really. I just noticed that my phone says, "Oh, I'm going below 20%. Do you mind?" I should probably... You know what? Screw that. Let's get rid of the phone. This is unnecessary. This is baggage. This is beside the point. Let's pop it there and say hello to everybody. Hello, Kvach. Hello, Cupo. And I think that's everybody from Cupos who said hello. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. It's very nice. No Dwarf Therapist on old Cupo stream, though, I know. His level is slightly higher than mine. I mean, I hear that his power levels in Dwarf Fortress are somewhere around the 9,000 plus mark, which, you know, is an old meme. It's a very old meme. But I'm an old man, so fuck it. Hello, Dolwyn. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Smooth. That's right. All we want is a smooth little farmers guild. Nothing fancy, just smooth walls and floors. And then maybe we'll put a bit of furniture in there. It'd be very exciting. We should probably put more tables and chairs in our grand dining hall because it's looking a bit shite, if I'm honest. It's got all these alcoves ready to display the finest things in our fortress and they've just been left bare with a few rocks in the middle of the room. I mean, sure, we've got one set of banqueting tables up, but that's not enough. That doesn't really help a fortress grow and develop. Not that we can grow at the moment. We are losing people very slowly to our isolation, but then we can't break the siege yet. Once we can break the siege, then we can have people go outside again, and it'll all be happy days. Let's make a statue stockpile. That'll cheer us all up, won't it? I want him to keep 10 statues in stock at any one time. So, oh, feck, I've already set that wrong. Never mind, I'll change it in here. We don't want animals. Let's disable the animals. Come down to furniture. Are statues furniture? I mean, there's an argument to be made that they are, but I don't know if they're actually in the furniture category. Beds, windows, thrones, tables, statues. There they are. Lovely. Okay, so we've got a stockpile for statues. It's a very effective method for storing statues. Let's go down to the mason's workshop and see if we can rustle up a few. He's making doors and coffins. This one's making armour stands, weapon racks and coffins. This one's making coffers. They're Craftsdorf workshops. What about this bad boy down here? Rock slabs. Okay, he can probably accept a couple of extra orders. Statue, you. There we go. And then Shift Y? No, W. Alt W. Haha, that's the way to do it. Press Y. And unfortunately I didn't add the workflow constraints possibly. Let's try that again. Alt W. Shift A. Any rock. 5 to 10. Lovely. Very nice. Very effective. And that should keep us stocked up with statues, which I can start to apply around the fortress. Maybe, say, we'll put a few into our temples and whatnot while we're waiting. Build statue. Please let me do it in planning mode. Oh, lovely. How wonderful. So we're going to put one in here, put one in each back corner of all of the guild halls and temples. Just potluck, see what happens. We're not going to have any kind of coherent statuary requirements just yet. Maybe we'll... oh, fuck, I would have to put one in the wrong corner, wouldn't I? Look at that. We've beansed everything. Let's remove that bastard. How do I do that? There we go. Bang. Construction removed. We are getting some of the tables and chairs in, which is nice. That suggests... Oh, you've been re-elected, Night Fury. Congratulations. Well done. If you make a chair-shaped statue, it'll be extra funny. I mean, it's not unlikely, considering the number of tables and chairs we've banged out in this fortress already, of a very high standard. Very high quality. Oh, you say furniture-y, not funny. Completely misread it. That's true. I mean, Self-Tell, we are really only opening up ourselves to serious issues of a cursed nature, but it's a risk worth taking. If it's going to make everybody cheerful and it's going to make my guild halls more better, then I'm all for it. I'm very up for it. I pronounced that word wrong. Which one? Furniture. Yes. Furniture-y. Very wrong. Very wrong indeed. Masterpiece granite coffin comes out. That's nice. We're very good at making coffins in this fortress. If you want premium coffins, this is a great place to come. Absolutely fantastic. Look at all these gemstones we've got. I might want to set one of my jewellers in action. I think Murder Machine needs some practice. Once we've got this central room dug out, I'm going to put some designations for coffins in there. What's N? That's the ticket. And then we'll use this, and we're going to go... Oh, you fucker, you haven't dug out that little row. Alright, we'll do it this way. Like this. Lots and lots of coffins. Go. So many coffins. In the end, it just won't matter how many people die, because we will be prepared for it. We will have enough coffins, and there'll be no need for anyone to fret, other than if they're kind of, particular about keeping things neat and they notice all the mistakes I'm making. In which case, freak out. It's time to freak out. There we go, that's better. And then we can remove some of these. X. Ah, excellent. Got a lovely little selection of spaces for coffins. Let's check our statuary. Is that coming out? Not really. In fact, the tables and chairs aren't coming out that fast. Kind of like them to get a bit of a move on with that. Smoother's doing alright though, look at that. Beasting through the work. Who is this? Who is this smooth operator? The game appears to have frozen. Plus no crash. If it does crash, it'll be the first time this particular install has. Come on. Don't do this to me. Why you got a swirly loading thing? Why you got to load for so long? What's happening here, Dwarf Fortress? Come on. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. You were programmed by a crazy genius. You can't fail me now. Come on. There we go. Loading whirler's gone, and we're back in action. Are we back in action though? We're back in action. Here we go. Are we back in action? We are not back in action. Things have stopped again. The frame rate... Ooh. Hello. Serious worry now. Should have done a quick save. We've had some saves since I started playing, right? We haven't lost all our progress, he says, then thinking about how much progress he's made and realising it's not a lot. It's very little progress, in fact. Okay, we are in serious issue. The game is not responding. What to do? Question mark. Maybe that's what the undead do want, Isaac Meep. Probably absolutely craving premium quality coffins. Oh, here we go. We're back in action. And it's stopped again. What's going on here? Dwarf Fortress, have you gone mad? Are you losing your mind? 3 frames a second, 30 frames a second. This is all kinds of fucked up. What's happening here? Let's look at the combat reports. Is there something going on? There's a demon fighting, apparently. Feeling... what the hell? Human Lasher? Silver Warhammer? What is this? When is this? How long ago are these reports? For Christ's sake. Is there somebody fighting them outside? Because apparently the report brings them here. And I don't see any undead here. Now, this is from when they came in the corridor and fought. Those aren't new reports, surely. Mind you, reports tend to disappear. Much like these undead, where have they gone? Uh-oh. Let's try and find them. Here we go, here's our invaders. Let's zoom over to one. Oh, they're up on the mountainside for some reason. You can't get in that way, mate. Not unless you can swim through lava. Oh, shit, you can't swim through lava, can you? Is that a trait possible to be instilled in undead by a necromancer? Lava immunity? Classically, many forms of undead are weak to fire. It seems to be a trope. But not today, maybe. Or maybe they're just very ambitious. Maybe they just think, no, I can withstand this fire. Why would I not be able to? They're heading all the way up on top of the mountain, aren't they? What's so tasty up there? Why are they moving so much? Was the sudden frame stuttering your responsibility, you undead bastards? Is that why we were seeing such horrific, grindy loading? I don't know. Oh, there's one down here. Is that the one that's lost its mind? Probably is. A Kia has stolen an enormous score. What the fuck? How's it managing that? Oh, okay, because there's all this crap outside that never got brought in. Where is it? Down here, yeah. Hello, Hibernoway, the furnace operator, has been found dead, dehydrated. That's a bad sign. Let me just go with the therapist and check our population. 33 adults and 2 children, but no vulnerable babies. How many have we got now? 31. Okay. This is not ideal, but hopefully people will be happier now. It does look like we have no seriously upset people. Just 2 in the light misery range, which is good. I'm just going to sort by happiness over Indoor Therapist and see who they are. It's Arktrecht and Barry McCockiner, both miners. Interesting. Apparently mining, not the job they were hoping for. Let's see what's upset them. Let's go and look at where they're digging first, in-game, so you're not just staring at this very boring piece of countryside. And then we'll find out why our miners are just so upset. Just so upset, really. No more fucking mining to do, that's why. Let's make sure we don't run out of real estate of the dead. Because, you know, graveyards are an important part of Dwarf Fortress, if not the most important part. And it's where your dwarves overall are going to spend most of their time, right? Once they're dead, they never get out of there. Well, that's not true. Sometimes they do. It's not ideal, but sometimes they do. Build, coffin, planning mode on. I'm just going to pop a few more rows in here. Here we go. Look at this. I told you there'd be less mandrill tantrums. It's pretty good, isn't it? I've managed to resist talking about them for like most of the stream so far, and I reckon we've done at least an hour. Let's have a look. 44 minutes of recording and an hour of streaming. I'd say that's at least an hour, right? That's about an hour. It's all good. Let's do these ones oriented in the other direction. Why not? Along the other axis. There we go. With a great song playing in the background too. Not quite hum along because it's out of time, but it's good. I am scared of asking to have a dwarf named after me because I do not want to die immediately. Oh, hello. It looks like there's been some lyrics done. Nerd daps. Very nice. Leave your body at the door. Ooh. I don't know those lyrics, but they seem cool. They seem cool. You can have a dwarf named after if you want, CC the Owl. There's no problem there. I mean, and if it dies, we'll get another one eventually. Well, maybe not this fort. It feels like this fort is in a horrible, very slow downward spiral, but at least it's not fast, right? It's good. Bot stream. Sayahade, is that the one? I can't remember the name, but yeah, they definitely have a little bit of a bot thing going on, don't they? Not that that's a problem. There is, they did Twitch Plays Dwarf Fortress for a little while, didn't they? But I don't think it got very far. I feel like it would be fairly awkward to actually get that to work. There's a lot of ways to sort of end that pretty quickly. The Mandrill remote wasn't too bad once I figured out how to reduce the size of the file, but it was annoying. It was a bit annoying at times. Scubs15 says, that's a dark thought. I've got 10 of those coming every 5 seconds, which is weird because, you know, that's more than one a second. If you find a dwarf who likes to include marble, that dwarf is me. Ooh, CC the Owl. Intriguing. Let me just do a little search here. M-A-R-B-L-E. Marble. Oh, Diana Sark's cult already has a dwarf who turns up when you search on marble for some reason. Likes marble. Yeah, the only dwarf in the fortress who likes marble has already been claimed by another person. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Stonemason. Scubs wants... You want a stonemason, Scubs? You want a stonemason? You can have a stonemason if you like. It's up to you. Here we go, he's trying again. CCL is trying again. Here he comes. There's a bit of cogitation going on. There's a firm in chat. Oh, I forget chat's not coming up on the video, is it? So anyone watching this on YouTube is like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Maybe I should get it up. This might not be good. This might be bad. Let me see if it works. Probably not going to be legible, is it? A little bit bigger. Is that legible if you're not on a phone? Fuck it. We'll have to see what happens. Stonemason me says Scubs15. That's no problem. I will copy your name from chat. Copy. And find a stonemason. This actually is going to be harder than I thought. We don't have that many. All of our stonemasons are named, unfortunately. Try again. If it's going to help, what I'll do is I'll go over to Dwarf Therapist. Here we go. And what we'll do is we'll sort by has nickname. We've got 21 with nicknames and 12 remaining who do not have nicknames. Bearing in mind, many of those, 3 of them are petitioners. Oh, there are no children in the fortress anymore. Oh, they've all got nicknames. Okay, don't worry. So we've got Adil, Avaz, Vukar Stukas, Kib, Melbil, Uvash, Vabok and Zalban. Vabok inexplicably not interested in doing anything for the fortress. He is naked. Oh, he's very heavily wounded, now I remember. And we have no hospital, so I probably wouldn't invest too heavily in his future. Who have we got here? Swordsman. Praying. Okay. Who's this? Meditating on healing. Store an item in bin. Mechanic. Lye maker. Tanner. Cook. 2 farmers. A craftsman. A very moody engraver. Sorry, a very woundy engraver. And a woodcutter. Let's have a look. What about tavern keeper? Interesting idea, Scubs. Haven't got a tavern yet, but if you want to hold back and wait for a little while, there might be one coming up soon. Otiosities says, if you have a dwarf that cries in the shower, that's pretty much me to a T. I'm not sure I do. I'm pretty sure it won't tell us if I do. Actually, we have no showers, so strictly speaking, in this fortress it is impossible to take a shower. So there are no dwarves capable of curling up in a ball at the bottom of a shower and having a little cry. So, I mean, feel free to take a dwarf with a slightly more robust Constitution? I mean, it's up to you. I demand Zalban. What does his last name mean? Well, hold on a minute, CC the Owl. You've already demanded Zalban. You're getting Zalban, and then we'll find out what it means. Where are you, Zalban? There you are. Set nickname. Zalban is now CC the Owl. Commit that. Go up to the nicknames. Find out what your surname is. It is Knowing Hatchets. All one word. Knowing Hatchets. Very exciting, eh? Very exciting indeed. Being permanently mentally scarred from being caught out in the rain would also work. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Let's have a little look. Rain. Nobody thinks about the rain or has any preference vis-a-vis falling water from the sky. Interesting. Lots of misses here. Lots of misses. Everyone's trying to put the pin in a dwarf. Only CC the Owl has managed so far, and only by using very, very narrow standards, like a specific name. What sounds like cries from the shower? Fries from the bower? Lies on the mower, if you mispronounce lawnmower? Well, there's nothing wrong with being locked underground if you're a dwarf, Tidy. That's fine. It's better than going outside and getting torn apart by undead, isn't it? I raided from Cupo ASCII gang here to shitpost your tile set. Oh, can of tuna fish. I mean, I like the tile set here. I'm open to changes, though. I really only use it because it's default in thing, and it's easy. It's nice and easy. Tries for an hour. That does actually have a certain ring to it. That does really sound a bit like cries in the shower. I mean, this doesn't sound like it's going to return on a search and dwarf fortress, but let's give it a go. Tries. Nope, I can already tell it's not going to work. Hour? Nope, nobody's got hour in their mind. Dies while they cower. Eurypterus. Interesting. That's very true. That does sound like it as well. Dark skies drew a coat of grey under the towers. Now I'm confused. Don't know what the context for that one was. V's for a dower. Vies for a dower. That's true. That does sound like it. Lies for the power. Lies. No lies. No power. We're having terrible times here. We're not getting any hits in this game of dwarf battleships, which has somehow sprung up. Why am I doing this again? Let's put more graves in. Graves never go amiss. It's always good to have plenty of graves, right? Here we go. This is something I understand. This is something I can wrap my mind round. Don't look at crazy chat, scoundrel. That's madness. Just lovingly tap your keyboard, going left and right on the arrow keys so you fill this little space with hypothetical graves. It's good. Not graves, burial receptacles. A grave is a hole in the ground. These are very much coffins. Or, were they made of metal? Sarcophagi. That's great. Here we go. Right, that's working. Back up to the surface. What's going on? What can we do? Are we getting all of our... Oh, look, the statues came out quicker than the chairs and the tables. That's interesting. Let's look over at chat. Sounds like the soundtrack's decided to stop, doesn't it? Should we reignite it? A little boot in the booty? Yes, please. Thank you. There we go. No moods so far this session, which is interesting. No moods. People have remained fairly happy in the fortress, in fact. We haven't seen anybody shift down a happiness grade. And we were going to try and cheer up the two miserable bastards, weren't we? That was the thing. Happiness. Oh, it's the two miners, isn't it? Arctrecht and Barry McCockiner. Old Bazcock. How do we cheer you up? What makes you sad? Likes porcelain? No. Fine pewter? No. Pink jade? Maybe. Shields and the colour periwinkle. The words of the crypt of graves and the sound of the domination of bristling. Prefers to consume artichoke wine and spelt flour. Hates oysters. Okay. Well, we don't have any oysters, so it's unlikely to come across that. I'm not going to be growing any artichokes anytime soon, but maybe we'll look into that. Maybe we'll look into it for the future if we get any traders in. Now, Arctrecht, what do you like? Graphite, silver, dendritic agate, black creatures, quivers, the colour ivory, the shape of icosahedra, D20s, the words of the robust adventure, the sound of the chant of sparkling, and the sight of the embrace of fanciness. Prefers to consume giant ibex and wine. Hates flies. Okay, I'm not seeing any easy wins there. What's making you sad? Seeing lots of dead bodies. Uneasiness after being unable to pray for too long. What? You also felt quite a good deal of satisfaction over praying. Come on, miners. I see the sounds, the phonetic similarities in chat are all over the place. Back in half an hour. Flies from the bower. Oh, spaceship rat, very romantic there. Well, para-romantic, pseudo-romantic, whatever. Jack Bauer, very true. That is a name that rhymes. Pies made with flour. The Great Witch was sour. He likes the 20s, says CCDL. Did it say that? I don't remember saying he liked the 20s. Maybe he does. It's not long now until the 320s. What, why? We've got 12 years. Pretty sure that will fly by quickly at 60 frames a second. Anyway, is the smoothing going on in the Farmers Guild yet? Doesn't look like it. Apparently nobody gives a shit. Which is annoying. I would like them to give the shit. Pines in the tower. This is probably gonna go on all night. I see this one evolving into a much more complicated meme. I can feel it happening already. Where were we? Don't be drawn in. Come on, scoundrel. Don't be drawn in. Let's keep looking over here. Now we could deal with our clothing stockpiles. That might be nice. Actually, let's put some statues in our dining hall. BS. There we go. Planning mode. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Let's bang those in, and then 10. There we go. It's nice when you've got those little alcoves, because every time you beans it and try and put one down between two statues, there's a thing in the way that stops it. It's good. It's nice. I like it. Mandrills in the shower. Mandrill in the shower. I'm reaching out. Please don't tear off my face. There you go. Anyone who gets that King's Quest meme is of an age. Of an age. Have courage. Do not cower. And then we're back full circle to Cries in the Shower. CC the Owl. Full circuit. 360. There we go. Tried to do 2 interlocking finger rings. Only managed to pinch my own palms. Because apparently I'm a bit incapable of that kind of thing. Fingers don't work. The meme is closed. Chinese finger puzzle. Presumably a finger puzzle. I mean, I'm sure there are many Chinese puzzles, but the only one that I know of, that I ever think of when someone says Chinese puzzle, is the little finger thing, which isn't technically even a fucking puzzle, is it? Is the Lament configuration box supposed to be Chinese? It's not, is it? It's made by someone during the Renaissance, if I remember right. Not that there were no Chinese people in the Renaissance. I'm sure they were doing all sorts of stuff, but I think it's like Renaissance Europe. Europe? That's a really weird one. Renaissance Europe. Let's just pronounce everything strangely. Why not? Let's get some more gems done, because it looks like this little bad boy's not doing any work. We do need to keep some raw, don't we? Let's cut the lapis. It's always nice to have some lapis. And gold opals, cut those. Add clear tourmalines. Shell opals, sure. Milk quartz. Pineapple opals. Red zircons. Alexandrite, can only encrust with that. Morganite? Yeah. Pink garnet, sure. Cat's eye? Yeah, sure. And then we're going to put all of these on repeat, so they use up all the stuff. and presumably get them into smaller containers, because we appear to have run out of bins for the jeweller. Is the carpenter not being told to create bins here? I mean, presumably not, because we've still got wood. Tee-hee. Have I got a stockpile for bins? Pretty sure I have, right? Oh, this is a thing for bins, right? No, that's the balls one. This one's for bins, and it's empty. Do I put in a standing order for 10 bins? It's going to make it's going to make it difficult to make more beds, but it is going to make it easy to store things. Screw it, let's do it. Let's put in a standing order to keep 10 bins in stock, which will use all our wood. Very exciting days. Add N. W. Yes, please. Shift A. Make it out of wood. Bonk. Good dog. Lovely. Okay, that should get our carpenter in action, he says, checking nervously about the carpenter situation. No carpenter. Who was the woodcutter? CC the Owl, you've just been given a new profession, even though you're already pretty good at woodcutting and farming. Commit. There we go. Now use all our wood up to make some bins. Wow. Let's definitely stop there. That's probably a good place to stop. Bloody hell. Let's have a little look here at what our miners are up to. Nothing at the moment. Maybe we should give them some more stuff to mine out. Then again, the stone smoothing appears to have stopped. Maybe we should take a look at that. Stone detailers still abound. Salford is still in the fortress, but there are other jobs to do apparently. Or maybe she's having a little pray. I'm not sure. Let me have a quick look in therapy, see what she's up to. Having a drink. Well, it's as good as a prayer. A drink's as good as a prayer. Whoa, whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, whoa, living on a drink. People do. It's not a very cheery thing to think about, but people do live on a drink. We don't actually technically have a tavern, do we? Maybe I should think about turning a part of this area that is our magnificent dining hall into a tavern. Then again, is it really worth it? What's the distinction of tavern over dining hall? How big is the zone? Let's have a look. Oh, it doesn't show up. We have to click on the table to figure out how... oh, there we go. So realistically, it's only this bit. Actually, what I could do is resize it, couldn't I? Let's assign free meeting hall, resize room. Here we go. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, it went bigger than that. Okay, like that. That's good. And then we can make a little tavern at the back, maybe? This is good. This is good. Excellent. Okay, so up here I'll need to build some tables. We're in planning mode, so that's okay. What we'll do is we'll put a little row down like that. And then there. Chair, space, chair, table. There we go. And by sheer luck, they've ended up fairly symmetrically placed in the room. I'm very happy about that. Let's put chair down. Planning mode also on here. Good. There we go. Bingo, bango, bongo. And then we'll put some stockpiles in for drink and goblets. That'll be nice, wouldn't it? We've got to put a zone in first, otherwise it won't actually be a tavern. So I... And then, who was it who wanted to be a tavern keeper again? Was it Scubs? I think it was Scubs. Unless somebody else ends up having to do it, it'll be Scubs. Oh, shit. Hang on. Let's make that a meeting hall. Assign a location. Add a location. It's our very first tavern. And it's called the Brass Butter. Ooh, lovely. Buttered brass. Sounds sexy when viewed through a Cockney rhyming slang prism. But other than that... right, okay, so we've got our little tavern going there. Once the tables and chairs are in, we'll be able to add some people to it. However, if we have a look at the brass butter, we can now assign the tavern keeper. So, tavern keeper will be... assign occupation. There we go. Well, I can't make the mayor. Mason, no. Broker, farmer, stonecrafter, miner, stonecrafter, engraver, lie maker. I'll tell you what, Ava's the lie maker. If you're not technically anything else, let's put you in as a tavern keeper. Why not? And if I go over now to Dwarf Therapist, bear with me, and we find Ava's the tavern keeper, Bosch, set nickname, and it's Scubs. Scubs. I'm going to put the 15 in. If it needs to come out, we'll figure out how to do that later on. There we go. Commit. Done. Success. Just tuning in. What's your embark look like? The Scoundrel M says Xavier St. Cloud. Ooh, what a name. I didn't say Black Butler. I didn't. Good series, but I didn't say that. I said the brass butter. Buttered brass? Not sure. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look at our embark, shall we? Let's go to the surface with a little slap of F1, and we'll zoom out. We haven't for a while taken a proper stock of what's going on. So we've zoomed out here. We've got our little volcano, which has erupted previously, hence these trenches that have been dug out down here. This trench work. That didn't do anything. Only reclaiming the fortress and having the volcanoes settle down made any difference. We've got some farms here, mostly plump helmets. Tried to get some pigtails going, but apparently no dice. These corridors are filled with... well, this one's filled with corpses. But underneath those corpses and sort of dug up and scattered around are also memorial slabs, which stop us from getting haunted. Although that doesn't seem to be an issue at the moment. We must have replaced most of the broken ones, or put enough of the dead people in coffins that they're happy now. This is a dormitory. Probably don't need this anymore. Should probably replace it with bedrooms. This is a barracks. If we go up the volcano, we can see that it's a fairly steep affair. The magma doesn't go that high up. It goes up to about here. Yeah, here, and then as we come up, we see that it comes to a fairly nice peak. Oh, I was thinking of putting a temple up here because I always think of putting temples at the top of volcanoes. However, we've started making our temples more basic affairs somewhere in the fortress. Not here. Where are the temples? Oh yeah, we built a prison last time, didn't we? Oh, here we go. These are all the temples and whatnot. Temples and guild halls all next to each other. And then there's this little tavern. Very exciting. What on earth is buttered brass in copyright? Brass, don't ask me for the rhyming scheme for it, but brass, for some reason, is a prostitute. So I was imagining a buttered prostitute. I was going slang on the brass, literal on the butter, which has probably never been said before. I wonder, can anyone think of a reasonable scenario under which slang on the brass, literal on the butter, could have been said before? I mean, sure, if we're in a multiverse where all possibilities must therefore can come true, then it's happened. But in this particular little slice of the multiverse, do you reckon? I'm not sure. The classic corpse hallway. That's very good. You find my lack of circles disturbing. I haven't got to that level of DF hack mastery yet. I know it's a thing you can turn on to select in circles. I'm aware of its existence, but I haven't really dabbled. I do use GUI Stamper every now and again. GUI Stamper. But not at the moment. I haven't used it very much. I used it a bit to make some bedrooms, but I got distracted. Do we start thinking about this prison? Should we start putting... Can't use it for justice yet, but I feel like that's because we don't have the Justice Nobles. Hello, someone's in a right old state up here. What's this? Night Fury doesn't have what he wants. You can't always get what you want. He's only got modest quarters. Decent office, decent quarters are what he needs. He's got an office with modest quarters. He's got no dining room, no chests, no cabinets. I'm pretty sure we've made some cabinets, right? Let's see if we can put cabinets in the offices. Build. What's a cabinet? E? No, that's a furnace. Cabinet. F. Of course. Why wouldn't it be F? Let's put the cabinet next to the tables. Sure, can't do planning mode for cabinets. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. Don't see me crying about it, do you? Don't see me kicking up a fuss. So that's cabinets in almost all of the offices. There we go. And that one, I don't even know if these ones have been assigned to people yet, but we'll keep them all good. Oh, excuse me. What else did he want now? Oh, his cabinet needs have been fulfilled. 2 chests and a dining room. Okay, build boxes, isn't it? It's like G, isn't it? Small G. Nope, that's a bridge. Big G? That's a floor crate. Oh, cabinet container H. No, I should have remembered that one. Right, so we want 2 of those, do we? Bosh, bosh. I better make sure I actually get one in the right office. I'm presuming it's the one that's been smoothed already, right? That makes sense. Putting it in another random office does not. Cool. That's enough. Excellent. Wow, I really thought I was going to... Oh shit, I did run out. I was just blind and missed the room that didn't have them in. B, H. No? B? Oh, we're on save. Okay, calm down, scoundrel. I think it's a single command. Dig -circle radius. Okay. Let's have a look. Claycree finds my lack of volcano overflowing disturbing. Oh, come on now. It was good. When it overflowed, it was all fun and games, but it got a little bit too hairy. And then when we re-embarked, after everyone had died, it stopped erupting. It was fine. Fill the cage with pups. We could, but I was just going to kill them when the frame rate started tanking. We should get some of them trained, to be honest, but I don't think we've got anybody who can do the training. We're pretty stretched thin for dwarves. I could start giving more people like masonry jobs and stuff like that, but I feel that's going to be a bit of a waste. We're not quite ready to stabilise. I thought I'd be able to assign people roles and bedrooms near their workshops and stuff like that, but the more I try and do it, the more it slips through my fingers. Mainly because of the whole, oh, I'm going to go and sleep with my spouse carry on. How dare you? How dare you? I do appreciate the offices actually resemble dismal back-to-back cubicles. Actually, you've just reminded me, these are offices. These are to be private dining rooms, and these are bedrooms. And unfortunately, I haven't done nearly enough to make them good. So, build... let's put a table in... Let's not do it in planning mode. Let's put tables in here. Oh, no access to table. Planning mode only, I'm afraid. Sorry. Okay, we'll put planning mode in there. Bishy bashy boshy, little separate dining room, which presumably upon smoothing will be at least adequate to your needs, I hope. We want chairs. There we go. Still in what's name mode. That's good. Bosh. Bosh. There we go. Those are all going to be dining rooms. These ones at the back are going to be beds. We haven't got enough beds. Or do we? Yeah, we've got plenty of beds. Cool. Oh, I suppose I always keep 10 in stock, don't I? That makes sense. Salford Sal's done quite good with the smoothing in this room, but she does keep stopping to pray. I'm not particularly enamoured of this sort of like religious bent that the fortress has taken, but okay. Okay, people do seem to be praying a lot to the god of night, dreams, the sky, and what else was it? Nightmares. It was dreams and nightmares, wasn't it? Container. Oh, I see. I see where it comes from now. That makes sense. Oh, Salford Sal, careful with that kind of language about anvils getting melted. There was some consternation at the early days of this fort when I melted an anvil in order to get metal for a mood, which turned out not to be worth it in the end. Not to be worth it. I can train the pups. How important are bins anyway? To be fair, to me, more important than dogs. In fact, let's check our population just to make sure we're not going wild. Oh, that's alright, we've only got one page. We do have a lot of puppies. Can anyone get trained? Got any that I've not started training yet? These are all being trained. You're a dog. Being trained for war? Don't really have any animals that we can, any people who can train stuff. We've got boars. Maybe I should put some, maybe I should start putting the pigs in their own little room. That might make sense. You know what? I'm going to do that. Let's start a pig pen. Probably up by the farms on the surface here is going to be a good place, right? That's a fairly substantial zone. Let's add our pigs. How do I find them easily? I can't. Sow, boar. No, don't want any of them. All dogs. Cats, dog. That's a sow. That's a sow. You're going in. Cat, dog, sow, boar. There we go. Dog, cat, turkey, hen, dog. Why are you in a cage? Alright, we'll go and do the chicken area soon. I'm going to embarrass myself in front of Salford Sow now because I watched a video and haven't learned anything. Oh, I'm clever. I'm watching videos about Dwarf Fortress. Information over the top. Cat, dog, rooster, piglets. They can go in there too. Good. Oh, hang on. I missed 2 boars. What am I doing? There we go. Puppy, 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 kitten, kitten, puppy, puppy, puppy. Okay. Might have to kill a few puppies, but it'll be alright. We'll get wonderful gloves, shoes and jackets out of it. It'll be fine. Pray you'll find me in the pub. Oh, come on now, Salford Sow. Those kind of puns, that's not quite good. Not quite good enough. A boar should be the right size for a dwarf to start a chivalry, like a little stable. Is that what we're saying, Arian? I mean, boars would be pretty cool. Dwarves mounted on angry boars. Very interesting. But I feel dwarves and goats. Maybe that's just because I've played Warcraft. I have to admit, when playing small creatures in games like D&D, I do have a thing for mounts. I like a gnome mounted on a dog. Ever since Sir Didymus, the idea's had a place in my heart. Or even, I think I've told this before, but I remember when I played a swamp gnome that was using a crocodile as a mount, or an alligator, depending on which would be more appropriate. I don't know. The character definitely did, though. That has been my most successful YouTube video ever. Well, keep it up. To be honest, I think if you keep it up with the tutorials, you're onto a winner there. I think that's going to improve the YouTube numbers significantly, especially if you keep it up. Because at the moment, I think you're probably one of the more current and easily digestible tutorial peeps out there. Because you know, a lot of the tutorials can be a bit long and heavy. You're keeping them fairly short. You're editing them pretty well. I mean, I say pretty well, that you're editing them well. It's just that, you know, other people like myself just big lump, stick it out there. And some of the older ones are kind of like that as well. They're not edited, so to speak. So yeah, I think you've got a good thing going there. That thing where people ride something into war. Cavalry. Cavalry, that's the word. My go-to is a gnomish bard. Very nice. I don't know why, but I'm a big fan of gnomes. I know I've said this a number of times. Streamer admits to mounting animals live. Well, you can mount certain animals without worry, as long as you're not mounting them in a sexual manner. That's fine. Or maybe mounting them onto some kind of slingshot or catapult. Maybe a trebuchet. Hello. Oh, well, this is going to be messy. A caravan's turned up and they're about to confront the undead horde. Let's see how this pans out. It may end up with them defeating the undead, which would be nice, because it would be a nice thing to be able to look through their wares and buy some stuff. Get rid of some of these spiked wooden balls we've made. That would be good. I didn't know, in the Mandrill stream, a Mandrill tangent. Oh no, I'm thinking about the Monkey Nightmare. Sorry, no. Let's confuse new viewers even deeper. No. Hello, Buttermilk Squash. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Don't associate that no with you in any way. You just happen to be the next thing I saw in chat. I was saying no to the notion of telling the Monkey Dream story again. I've already told it too many times. Hawaii says it's fine in any way. Well, you know, that's Hawaii's problem, not mine. I'm not in Hawaii, and I'm not yet to ever go there. I'm sure the mandrill weirdness will raise its head again, Clay Crew. It was enough of a thing that I don't think people are going to let it go for a while. Mandrills, importantly, some of the most colourful monkeys you'll ever see. Preemptive F, says Xavier St. Cloud. I think this is for the what's names. Let's allow this to unfold and see what happens. They're all standing on the edge of the map. Have they fucked off immediately? No, they're just staying there. Apparently, because they have no access to my actual fort, they don't go anywhere. They just hang around right on the edge. Are the undead pathing over there? It doesn't seem like it. Let's go and have a little look. Wait. The siege is gone. When did that happen? When did the siege finish? Can you add an 8K resolution goatsy to your Discord emotes? Not sure I'm going to go for that one, but you know, it's A, too high resolution, far too high resolution, and B, I think it might be a little bit dirty, you know? Well, let's pause it so they don't fuck off. We can get these boys indoors. Let's just do another quick check. No. Huh. Entities move on the world map now. It's possible they were just passing through. They were passing through for a very long fucking time. A very long time. I mean, just passing through. I mean, I don't know about that. I prefer to think that we frightened them away with our resolute staying indoorsness. I think they went, oh, we're never going to actually get to fight these guys. Let's just not bother. And that's what happened. That's canon now as well. Nobody argue with it. That's just the way it is. Let's open up the gates and let them in. Let's also build a trade depot so that they can actually get into trade. Build capital D for a trade depot. Pop it down here amongst the blood and vomit. Make it out of the local olivine because it's nice and available. Right, let's resume and hope that this actually yields some sort of positive door opening response. We can open the bauxite one as well, can't we? Add pull now. There we go. Let's open all the gates. All the gates on the upper level anyway. Pulled. You can open. It's open. Hooray! Suddenly we can get down here and build our lovely, lovely trade depot. Unfortunately, it is going to require a little trot through the cavern of horrors here. Oh, the first person to brave it is a child. I reckon there's a Pulitzer Prize winning photo in there. Like a young child carrying a mechanism, tearfully clambering over the bodies of the dead to get outside to see daylight for the first time in about a decade. Its entire life. For the first time ever. And then immediately just vomits all over the floor because they're cave adapted. Hey ho. Hey ho. Although presumably getting this bad boy opened up will mean that whoever's a ghost at the moment will be able to get their corpse into a coffin, which would be nice, wouldn't it? We won't have to rely so heavily on memorial slabs, which can be so easily levered up and thrown away. I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Sure, let's do that. More information, very interesting. Actually, I'm lying, I'm not interested at all. Trade? You want me to ask you for stuff for trade? I can't be bothered. We've just survived a very hairy situation. I can't be dealing with this madness. Farewell, Night Fury 3.0, Kazabanatia. I look forward to our meeting next year. Our fortunes rise and fall together. Lovely. Looks like the trade depot's well underway as well. Suspended? Oh, don't fuck with me. I bet it's because there's forbidden stuff. D, B, C to reclaim. So all this bobbins in here need reclaiming? No? Is there shit in this corridor that needs reclaiming? Potentially? Bang. Everything reclaimed, right? Now you can do it. Yeah? Question mark? Oh, they're finding a lot of dead people, but that makes sense. They are walking over a pile of corpses. It's very good. I'm too busy playing the craft to notice these things nowadays. Is that a board game based on the 90s movie The Craft, starring Firuza Balk et al? Maybe. Maybe. You are in charge of diplomacy, Night Fury. I feel like this is okay. We'll be fine. There's nothing too much to worry about. Nothing too much to worry about. Sure, you may say some shocking things to them, but, you know, I think they'll get over it and they'll trade with us. Actually, to be fair, you're not involved in the trade. You're more of a sort of figurehead kind of guy. How are you feeling at the moment, actually? Are you, no decent dining room. Okay, we can sort that out. Needs decent quarters. Put a couple of statues in your sleep-in zone. That might be good. BS. Planning mode on. I'm going to put a statue here. Put a statue there. I'm going to bung some fucking statues in your dining room. There you go. Put statues all over the fucking shop. There you go. A couple in there. Bang. Might cheer you up a bit. Give you a reason to be cheerful. The table situation is not fantastic, is it? We need more tables and chairs. I didn't even put that bloody stockpile in for food, did I? If we come up here, I'm going to make this area here a drink stockpile, and this area a food stockpile. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make this a stockpile for mugs, which is going to start as a finished goods stockpile. Let's click here. Say food. Only prepared food. So if we forbid everything. There we go, and we say prepared food. And that's not what I wanted, was it? Feck, I wanted drinks. Idiot. I punished myself with a little guff there. Now I have to sit in the fetid cloud. Very sad. None of that. No cooked drinks. We want drinks. Plant drinks? Why can't I... Oh, okay. Unforbid, enable, permit. There we go. Animal drinks? No, we don't want them. Don't want animal drinks. We want those made into cheese. Basically just plant drinks then. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. And then over here, we want our finished goods stockpile. And we forbid everything except goblets. That was much easier. Nice. Good stuff. So, where were we? Oh, found more people dead. Let's just check that's not a recent death. That could be a problem. Whoa! There you go. Dwarf Fortress therapist. Hello? There we go. That couldn't have gone more wrong. Very smooth transitions. 31 adults, 2 children and 0 vulnerable babies has turned into exactly the same numbers. Nothing to worry about. It's all good. They're just finding the bodies and moving them to the graveyard, that's all. It's going to make a few people sad, sure, but is that the end of the world? Certainly not. Certainly not. Sad people, end of the world, only if someone gets truly fucking mind-bendingly miserable and then succumbs to... Oh, hello. Dwarf Fortress, who's also happens to be in charge of the... thank you very much for the poop there, very appropriate poop tidy. Big poopin'. Oh, it's definitely bad for their mental health, but I mean, we've got to get them in coffins somehow, right? Got to get them in somehow. Oh, that's true, Night Fury. You've been playing Minecraft on a relatively open server on the Discord. I think if people are interested in joining in on a Minecraft session, have a word with him. Have a word with Night Fury on the Discord and see what he says. Maybe. I'll probably pop in there at some point, but I'm just going to find the time that I'm playing Minecraft and then able to conceal that fact from my kids so they don't rush in and go, oh, daddy, Minecraft. Not that I don't want to play Minecraft with them. I just feel like it's probably not going to be the most child-appropriate venue. It's all good, though. Dave Velociraptor, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. I tried some other Dwarf Fortress streams, but they didn't hold my attention, except no substitutes for Scoundrel. Oh, I'm sure there are better streams out there. I'm sure. They might not be streaming right now, but they must exist. If this is peak Dwarf Fortress streaming, then we're all doomed. Provided the fate of humanity hinges on the quality of Dwarf Fortress-related Twitch output, which I find unlikely. Maybe, who knows? I mean... in the world of Lovecraftian beasts that may well attempt to destroy our universe and us, I mean, them being very fixated on how good my stream is compared to the rest of them is no more weird or nonsensical than anything else, I suppose, than the position of the stars in the sky, right? It's no more crazy. If that was the case, we'd be ruled by mandrills. Oh my goodness. Try not to. Try not to. Try not to. We've got to stay away from the mandrill tangents, just for at least one stream. Keep them fresh. If you plough too hard into the mandrill tangents, they'll get pretty stale pretty fast. You've got to keep them in contact with air. Out and about. See? Entirely possible. We can definitely do this. We can definitely do this. Come on, clear out the corpse corridor. By the time they've got this done, there'll be another fucking load of them in. And they'll be killing more of us. Anybody gonna come to do this trade depot thing? How many architects have we got in the fortress? We've got quite a few people with architecture assigned. I feel like we're kind of... we should really be getting this done. Actually, looking at it, look, we've only got 4 people now in the slightly moody category, so it hasn't been that bad for the state of mind of the dwarves. Then again, maybe there's a bit of a lag. Maybe experiencing the horrors of outdoors. Oh shit, this gate isn't linked up, is it? We need to destroy it and rebuild it. Bugger. Well, we'll get round to it, don't worry. Don't worry, everybody, it's gonna be fine. Absolutely fine. Although it doesn't look like anyone's going to build this trade depot, does it? Maybe I should make them put a temporary one outside, just so the guys can trade with us? They're probably not even here anymore, are they? Oh no. Oh no. They're definitely here. They definitely have a bull, a cat, a rooster, and a sow with them. Man, not particularly exciting. Where are you all, though? You still up there on the mountainside? Of course you are. Why would you go anywhere else? I mean, there's no trade depot to come to, so may as well just sit on the side of the mountain looking at the view, which is entirely invisible to me. Having a little off-map stare. Lovely, lovely stare. It's very good. Maybe stop the most stressed from corpse holing. That's not the craziest idea I've heard of, actually. It turns out a civilization that has developed its own independent dwarf fortress. That's when the galactic community extends its hand. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe once one of these dwarf fortresses becomes independent of a human, that's when they know that we've got to a technological level that's worthy of being reached out to and making first contact. I'm going to move our saddest people to the top of my dwarf therapist queue. They're miners. I don't think they're actually going to be... Well, they're not all miners, actually. It is all the miners plus one other dwarf who's a bit upset, but they're all quite content. They're not actually in a state of distress. How many of these bodies have been moved? How many coffins have we got? Are we in a coffin bottleneck situation again? Have these all been filled? No, we've got plenty of dead body spaces. It's fine. We've just got to wait for everybody to get through the corpse pile and then it's done. Oh, reprimand de l'Erlol. The farmer has been possessed. Very exciting. Let's see what comes of this possession. Where are you, farmer? Oh, hold on. There we go. They've claimed a leatherworks. Ooh, not the most exciting thing. It could have been a weapons forge, but, I mean, leatherworks. Okay, let's see what happens. Clearly got plenty of leather. He's off looking for something. Let's follow him. See what he does. Starting with... leather, obviously. I should probably put a door in closer to the top. It makes no sense to have them all path down that corridor for so long. Oops. Oh, it doesn't look like we have a jeweller. Nobody's doing any of the gem cutting by the looks of things. I definitely put orders in, didn't I? Oh dear. Is our gem cutter dead? I'll just have a little look while... No, we have a gem cutter. It's bauxite beard. But what else have you got on your plate? Well, corpse hauling. That does make sense. Clothes making, bone carving, leatherworking. Oh, okay. Also, no, not a miner. Woodcrafter. Huh. Okay, we'll come back to that, figure it out. Oh, begun the mysterious construction already they have. How Yoda-ish of me. That's going to be interesting, isn't it? Just a single piece of leather. What could they possibly be making? Probably one of those posing pouches like before. How are our masons doing? We don't seem to be getting through the backlog of required tables and chairs very rapidly. Now they are taking stone over there, and they do appear to be doing it largely from this stockpile. Look, this does seem to have been heavily harvested. And in they go, look, yeah. Okay. Probably should put quicker access routes across the area, because if they have to keep constantly going around here, that's going to cost frames. I'm doing it now. Every workshop's gonna have a little direct doorway straight across, just to make it easier to get at all that lovely stone. Oh, yummy, yummy stone. Don't really need that one, do we? Let's not bother with that one. Bosh, there we go. That'll be nice. Cheer people up, not having to walk so far to get stone, and it'll probably increase the speed at which we get tables and chairs and the like. Hatch cover, armour stand, and a coffin. When did we make a hatch cover? It's probably some kind of ship tier legendary artifact. Forget Warp 1 being the filter. Yeah, it's not Kardashev scale, it's the Dwarf Fortreshev scale. Perhaps on a planet somewhere in the galaxy there's dwarves playing Big People Town 2 Slaves of Boris. It could be. That could be it. I mean, if we do live in a simulation, which I am not arguing for or against, but if we do live in a simulation, I reckon the most plausible reason for that simulation existing is that it is a game. Because think about the number of simulations we have of any level of complexity, and then think about the proportion of them which are games as opposed to, you know, other forms of simulation. Most of them are games, right? I think it'll end up being a game if we are living in one. Posing pouch, is that a codpiece? It's like a codpiece, except it's more of a fish finger. It's a lot smaller. Actually, is it though? It's flimsier, thinner, I imagine. A codpiece is just like an enhancement, a bulge, a bulbous add-on thing, but a posing pouch merely contains the tackle itself. Hello, Hibernoe. Oh, I think you're dead, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Just in case you were wondering. Reprimand is a furry. Oh my goodness, a dog leather. Well, technically, it's not a dog leather dog costume. If it was a dog leather dog costume, definitely we could say furry for sure. But it's technically just made. He's more of a Cruella de Vil kind of figure, if anything. Where are we going? It is sad, Hibernoe. Such a tragedy. We've lived this life billions of times and only truly lived it once. Possibly. I don't know. I'm pretty convinced if we are living in a game, I'm an NPC. Because I feel like if I'm not, then the player is fucking is mad. Why bother simulating a world if you're just going to do like this? It's cool. It's good. I like it. But, you know, surely if you can simulate a world, you'd live some kind of fun power fantasy. No? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the perfect simulation. Maybe I am the game that everyone's talking about in the metaverse. Maybe the experience of my life is like a legendary thing, and maybe I'm the Dark Souls of people. Maybe it's almost impossible to get a high score using me. That could be it. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm an NPC. We cannot prove that we do or do not. If we're in a game, the likelihood is that we're insignificant side characters and people playing and watching will never notice us. That's true. This is true. This is worse than the Nangil tangent. I don't think so. I think it's alright. I mean, if I'm an NPC, what are mandrills? They're barely characters. They're just, you know, little digital bits. Think of all those games that are just simulations of mundane things, like Goat Simulator and other such. Hello, Deparsparse. Welcome back to the stream again. Thanks for joining us. We're just a background generator for sci-fi settings. Imagine a fucking screensaver. Imagine our entire universe is nothing but a screensaver for some elemental creature living beyond the realm of our understanding. And then imagine the lady, well, I say lady, it wouldn't be a lady for a start because that's sexist scoundrel, but the extra dimensional being doing the cleaning and hoovering, see why it was sexist, you know, now you understand, in the background, in the office, in the machine where the machine where our simulation is running sits, abandoned for the weekend. Oh my god. Oh my god. You are a dream, and your life is the universe having it, and when you die, you'll wake up as the universe, go phew, and then have another go. That would be nice. Urus rune. I wouldn't mind that. Give that a crack. It'd be fun. I suspect, though, I'm going to be purged from RAM and then maybe never played again. That feels like the kind of more likely scenario. Another random fact, says Salford Sal. The book The 101 Dalmatians has a sequel called The Starlight Barking, which invented religion for dogs around a god called Sirius. Now there's a fun little fact. Starlight Barking, and presumably not adapted as 101 Dalmatians 2 by Disney, which is a thing, I'm sure. It's the Mandrills, says Night Fury. They're actually playing a game where they get to be the dominant creatures, get to not be the dominant creatures, for them to experience a different era of life. Maybe it's like one of those be a caveman kind of survival simulators. I like animal religions, like in Watership Down. Watership Down, the ultimate like mind-bending children's thing that isn't actually really for children. Man, the horrifying depiction of myxomatosis that brought to my childhood. Lovely. Watership Down, yeah, very deep as a book, but I remember purely the horrifying angle of the animation. Reprimand Delarulo the farmer has created Ashzoskastoshkos, a sleek dog leather tunic. He claims it as a family heirloom. Let's take a little look at it and see how sleek it is. The distracting proliferation. That sounds like something going on in chat. Let's have a little look at it. This is a sleek dog leather tunic. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. This object menaces with spikes of dog leather. On the item is an image of mountains in dog leather. Oh, excuse me. Tooth's giving me jip. Okay, so a bit of an anticlimax, really, but okay, it's a legendary artifact. It's a sign of things going back to normal after Corpse-ageddon here. We've got 4 idlers. The number of idlers is slowly creeping up. We're really not seeing anyone building this, are we? Very slow progress on the whole getting a trade depot going thing. Are they even still here? They are still here. Presumably not for much longer, though. I imagine they're going to want to get out of here. The moods of the dwarves still staying relatively stable by the look of the readout down here. The legendary was a dog leather tunic, Claycree. Nothing too exciting. Got a picture of mountains on it. Maybe this slow decline might become the stagnation of despair. No, Hibernoa, you haven't missed much. Corpse-ageddon refers to the opening of the gates after the siege, and then everybody going a little bit nuts as they have to walk over the fallen. But they are starting to get past it now. Look, fewer corpses. We've got one here, a couple here, one there. Okay, fewer, but still many. But that's okay. I'm willing to bet that they're going to get rid of these corpses in fairly short order. Right? Let's check they're not forbidden. These could be forbidden corpses. No. Just laying on a pile of vomit. I mean, sitting on a pile of vomit is basically as good as forbidden, right? I mean, I'm not going to pick up something sitting in a pile of vomit. Actually, I probably have, like, people for sure. But, you know, say if I saw a little stack of pound coins in a pile of vomit on the street, I probably wouldn't pick it up. Unless I had, you know, like a hose or a seltzer blast thing, something I could clean them with. Even then, I feel like I would probably have trouble approaching even the pile of vomit. I don't do very well with sick. I don't like it. I mean, you may have noticed, but it smells pretty fucking bad. Pretty bad. Why is the miner just standing there? What's your game, Barry? What's your plan here? Barry, what are you up to? Barry! Good. That's better. Don't just stand in the mind-bending corridor. That's not what we want. Don't make me start randomly assigning digging jobs just to keep you busy. Actually, I better do that. Where should we dig? Maybe we could begin a mine. That might be fun, mightn't it? Let's come down here to where all of our ore storage is going to be. And then... where are we digging from? Oh, hang on. Have we sealed the caverns at this end? Yeah, we have. Okay, so what we can do is open up the caverns at this end. Add pull now. There we go. And then whoever wants to can head out into this tower and we can do some mining. It'd be lovely. It'd be absolutely delightful. Everybody can just have a happy time. It'd be wonderful. Do I want to do more stairs down? I think I do. Let's start here. Pop down some stairs thusly. And that should be enough to get us past the horrors of the cavern layer. And then we'll see what goes on. We'll dig carefully around there. Try and find some nice metals, get those dug out, and then presumably have them turned into some kind of bars. It'll be good. Corpse levels definitely dropping. I see many more corpses not where they were. I see an absence of many more corpses. That's a very strange way of putting it. Still got the few here. This end of the corridor seems way more corpsey than this end. But that's okay. It's okay. It's all going to be over soon. Not seeing any training going on. Why don't any of my dwarves train in the military? We've got someone sort of walking around picking up food in the military zone, but not really doing any training. Mind you, we don't really have any weapons for them to train with, so I don't think their training is going to be that effective. I'm going to have a check. Let me go over to here in Dwarf Therapist and sort by squad. Let's all go. Let's all go together. I'll have a look at the military skills and see that, well, they're basically where they were when they started, weren't they? Only two of them have never killed. This one's only killed a sheep, though. Arian, not the... they're probably too busy doing other shit to train, aren't they? Because, 9 dwarves is a pretty high proportion out of 31, right? It's practically a third of the population. Man, we need some migrants. We also need to deal with this ridiculous dormitory situation. Let's actually put some bedrooms in. Here we go. No, this is the wrong floor. No, it's the correct floor. Let's put some bedrooms in on this floor. Let's unforbid this door as well. Why that's forbidden, I don't know. Oh, it was in a task already. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh well. Okay, let's dig out some more bedrooms. Have these all been designated as such? Nope. Got to go all the way down this row. Oh, piss off. And designate them, and then hopefully we'll end up with some more happy dwarves. Oh, terribly sorry, Uruzrun. Let's thank you for the poop, Clay Cree. Let's go back to Dwarf Fortress and sort it out. There you go. Animals of Farthing Wood. Oh, I remember being read that by a primary school teacher, and I loved it. And the TV show, Animals of Farthing Wood, one of the best anthropomorphic animal experiences of my childhood. Dave Velociraptor says, "Oh, hang on, the other night when you did that invasion as a bit of a last throw of the dice, I tried to stay awake but couldn't. What was the outcome? And is this a new fortress?" Now, this is the same fortress. Most of those people got captured, but primarily we were doing it to keep them out of the fortress because they were going a bit nuts. Claycree says, "Would I prefer rather deal with fewer or less corpses?" Fewer, because that would be grammatically correct, although less would imply that the corpses had been blended into a homogenised mess, which would also be less... What happened there? Sorry. So I would definitely rather deal with fewer than less. Yes, that's how it plays out for me. These look like they've all been designated as bedrooms. This is good. Nobody owns some of them though, which is a bit disappointing. Okay, so dwarves do have bedrooms. What about this bedroom? This one been done? Nope. Don't do that. Do that. There we go. That's clearly not 30 bedrooms, but we should be able to bung a few more in. We've got bedrooms up by all the workshops as well, so well, that's the graveyard. Not really a workshop. Not much work going on there at all other than the burying of the dead. Pretty sure the dead don't do much work. You'd be a fool to rely on them. Still nobody doing the trade depot for some wild and wacky reason. Shouldn't that be a thing? Oh look, we've got a ghost. Zassit, why are you ghosting? Why are you ghosting, mate? let's go down to the graveyard and start putting some memorial slabs in a place that kind of makes sense. How about that? Build, Alt S, and we'll put them all down the side here. They're pretty much all memorials, so I'm just going to place all the slabs without looking. There we go. Bang, 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 as they say in the funeral trade. I mean, who wouldn't like that when someone's like, you know, burying your loved ones, going bang. Oh, actually, there's quite a fucking shitload of them. Why? Okay, it's because all the ones in the hallway got smashed up, so now I'm adding even more jobs for them to come and sort out. Why not? How many we got? 20 loads. Absolutely fucking loads to place. Although that looks like an armour stand rather than a slab. So let's get rid of that. What's all this madness? Please no. There we go. Do some slabs on this side. Lovely slabs. Lovely slabs. Don't know why I chose to sing that. That was a very strange thing to do. Very odd. On brand, but odd. There we go. Oops, a daisy. Please could we put some more slabs in rather than moving the camera? That would be ideal. Oh, you might actually get close to symmetry here. Nah. Sort of close. We were 2 off symmetry. That's okay. No doubt they'll be wisely finished off later on and we'll get symmetry eventually. We'll see. Therapist is a word to get the kerning right with. That's true. That's true. You don't want people thinking it's Dwarf the Rapist, because that's a weird nickname for a rapist for a start. And, you know, I mean, that's not fun. Either it's a horrible nickname for someone who doesn't deserve it, or it's like someone has taken so seriously to it as a pastime that, you know, they've become literally synonymous with it. Is that what that... No, because then we'd call the act of rape dwarf, which is not what it is. This is dangerous territory, isn't it? I feel like we're on the terms of service quicksand. Maybe I should turn about, look in a different direction. There we go. It's a lifesaver, Uruzrun. It's a lifesaver when people just go boom and let you know that you've left it there. Oh, I mean, people used to get so frustrated, and now all I do is get a little jump. It's nice. Can I have 5 other kids that I'm going to hide under the rug when I become Prime Minister? You may, Night Fury. Yes, you may have lots of illegitimate children. I don't know if I can actually induce that, but it's certainly a possibility. Oh, hello. They've done the architecture. Now we just need a mason. Ah, okay. We don't have a shitload of Freemasons, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, Freemasons. Oh, hello. Migrants. Well, I never. Wasn't expecting them, to be honest. Let's take a little look, excuse me, over at Dwarf Therapist and see what they're like as a gang, as a group. Sort by migration wave, and then look at the most recent 6 dwarves. Oh, sorry, let's refresh. 6 dwarves. Okay, we've got 37 dwarves, 37 adults, and 2 children with 0 vulnerable babies. Militarily, they're nothing too exciting. We've got a few kills. We've got a few skills. They're both hammer dwarves who have skills. Let's have a look at the vanilla skills. Anything exciting in there? Nothing exciting. Quite unexciting, in fact. Oh, there's 2 off the bottom. Hello. Level 10 stone detailer. That's not too bad. Okay, that'll get Salford Sal's job sped up. And a fairly reasonable mason. Okay. Fishing? No, sir. No fishing. We barely have ponds, let alone a river to fish from. Let's commit those changes. Read. And I think we're good. Let's go back to the fortress. Let's watch as this new wave of migrants help move the dead into their respective containers. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Hopefully it will lower the number of jobs that ain't getting done as well. I suspect those 2 idlers are probably the 2 miners that I've told not to do anything but mine. So we should probably get mining, shouldn't we? I went and looked for a place to start mining, moved some stairs down, and then didn't really take it further than that. What floor shall I mine on? What is this red stuff? Is that bauxite? Cinnabar. 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 Is that an ore of anything? Cinnabar. Mercury. Oh. I don't think we can smelt mercury in this though, can we? Or can we? Regardless, we're going to do some digging. I'll do some digging. And I'm going to do that digging as a corridor, like this, and then we'll do some exploratory tunnels off of it. That's the plan. That's the plan. May I, channel poll, redeem a poll with a dark question? Channel points redeem. Why not? Give it a crack. Let's have a little look. Let's see what it is. I mean, if it's that dark, if it's too dark, that'll be A, surprising, and B, I just won't do it. Easy peasy. There are a few people in history, Dave Velociraptor, who don't have to think about and wonder how mercury tastes because they've tasted it. Particularly, I think, what was his name? The Qin Emperor of China, the very first guy to unite China as one whole country, played by Jet Li in the film Hero. No, not played by Jet Li. Kills Jet Li. He's the other character. But anyway, he was taking mercury pills when he died. You reckon it would make him live forever, ironically. Would you rather deal with one adult corpse or two child corpses? When you say deal with, I need clarification here. Disposing of or... let's just make it a poll. That's the easy way to do it. People don't have to interact with this. By the way, just in case, if you feel pressured by, ooh, this is bad, don't worry about it. You don't have to put it in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it as a poll. Here we go. I'm going to say 1A or 2C as the options, so we can get this typed in quickly. Manage poll, new poll, question. Which would you rather deal with? Question mark. 1A, 2C. There we go. Start poll. Bingo. We'll have a little look and see what chat think. Personally, if it's merely disposal and it's not any particularly tied to me, feel like probably two kids, two little corpses, because they're easier to get rid of. Strictly speaking, but we won't have to dig as big a hole. Mad King George, maybe. Didn't he have blue piss? Didn't he go mad with the condition that made his piss go blue? So now modern doctors actually know what was wrong with it, if I remember rightly. Consume? Oh my goodness! You never eat a whole adult. You'd need to have children if you're eating them. Don't order a whole adult for yourself. That's just embarrassing. Open trade routes with the necromancer towers and sell them your corpses. Odiosities. I mean, that seems like an intriguing proposition. It's just, can it be done? Is it a thing? Which would you rather hold to a substance? Two children by a 63% margin of 5. Let's have a quick look at the results. Oh, hello. Sizzle partnered. Oh, would you care to be my sizzle partner tonight? 3 people would prefer to deal with an adult corpse, but 5 people, the majority of the people who voted, of the 8 people who voted, would prefer to deal with 2 child corpses. I suppose, I mean, honestly, that depends though, because how big are the children? Because 2 big children, 2 fairly large children, could be bigger than an adult. Because, regardless, we have democracy has spoken. 2 children is the preferred corpse disposal scenario above 1 adult. Excellent news. Well done. We all know what's going on here. They used to inject mercury into your bits for syphilis. Oh my goodness. I see Butternut Squash already got there with the size question. We're talking about a weaponsmith adult or a bookbinder adult. Oh, interesting. Interesting. The different difficulties of disposal there. The weaponsmith probably have very knotty, solid arms, like very difficult to dispose of. But the bookbinder, much more thin character, much smaller, softer character. You know, if you order the whole adult, you come up short like 80% consumed. Not even that. 80%. Fuck that. I don't think I can eat 80% of an adult. Even if we're just talking about the meat, like muscle cuts. If we're talking about organs too, I mean, fuck that. I'd probably be full after just eating the bone marrow. I have not heard of the blue piss disease. Should look it up. Yes, there was a film made about them called The Madness of King George, which was supposed to be about King George II, but apparently they took the second out to avoid confusion that it wasn't a sequel. Very weird. But yeah, he had blue piss, if I remember rightly, and that was a diagnostic thing that allowed modern doctors to figure out what he really had. That's alright, Claycree. That's alright. Anyway, Sizzle Partnered is sought by Olingo Vault Horrors, and I aim to return it home. My epic journey began a few months ago. I've searched nearly the whole world over. I can only rest when I've brought the prize safely to an unknown building in Bald Blunted. Play your role in this noble quest and become legendary. Okay. Akath Alaluth says, we will gladly do as you ask and strengthen our bonds of friendship. Give up this childish errand. We do not part with our treasures lightly. Is Sizzle Partnered one of ours? Is it? I'm not sure. I'd figure bones are going to be the tricky part either way, and children have smaller bones. True. Very true. Very true. We should poll this with an actual poll thing. Actually, Night Fury, that isn't the craziest idea ever. Let's do it. Let's do it. He says as if Night Fury only comes up with crazy ideas. I'm sure you have plenty of decent ideas, Night Fury. How dare I suggest anything otherwise? Give some sizzle? Question mark? Yes. And then no. No to keep the artifact, yes to give the artifact away. Here comes the poll. Look at this, we're going nuts with the polls. Absolute madness. Oh, Porphyria. Porphyria? Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, yeah, of course. I saw that come up earlier. Porphyria. Let's look that up. We'll find out. We'll find out if that's the blue pea disease. Blue pea disease. Porphyria refers to a group of disorders that result from a build-up of natural chemicals that produce porphyrin in your body. Porphyrins are essential for the function of hemoglobin, a protein in your red blood cells that links to porphyrin, binds iron and carries oxygen to your organs and tissues. I'm not seeing blue. I'm seeing a picture of two what I presume to be pots of urine, one yellow and one alarmingly pink, but not blue. Maybe the correct disease? I'll have to look a bit deeper into that, but let's have a look. Can we check what Sizzle Partnered is? Unfortunately not. Give some sizzle. 67%, that's 4 of the voters, say yes. Give some sizzle. So we're going to give it away. Fair enough. Democracy has spoken. Goodbye, Sizzle Partnered. Few results, let's just check that, make sure it's correct. Yes, it's very true. Very true indeed. 4 votes cast, 4 voters, 33% of whom said yes. That's not right, is it? Oh, 4 people said yes, okay. But it doesn't tell me how many people said no. That's annoying. Why would you do that to me, Twitch? Why would you do that? Oh well, never mind. Purple pea. Oh, purple. I thought it was fucking other one. Hello, Night Fury, you've subscribed. Well, thank you very much. That's a doubler. That's a 2-month streak of subscribing. Very exciting times. The Pseudomonas aeruginosa bacterial infection can also cause your urine to turn blue, green, or even indigo purple. Oh my goodness. My goodness. I once had a green poop after drinking a large quantity of an invented cocktail that my friends had come up with called the Steve Blackman, apparently named after a wrestler. It was a lime Bacardi Breezer, slowly tipped into a pint of snakebite and black to top it up as you drank it. And I drank 10 of them. And I did a turd the next day that was the colour, it was darker. It was like a very dark military camouflage model paint and an enamel. I was going to say like the little green trees that you hang from the mirror in the car, but that's way too light. It was a very dark, it was dark angel green. Dark angel green, this turd. It was amazing. Anyway, that was distressing, probably for most of the people who heard it. 2 said no. Ah, there we go. Let's have a look. Salford Sal comes in. The name Porphyria is from the Greek word that I can't pronounce, meaning purple. A reference to the colour of the urine that may occur during an attack. Oh, right, okay. I don't know why I thought it was blue. I'm presuming I learnt that from some fairly shaky source like the One Show or something. Nothing to be too carefully thought about. Clay Cree says, I voted maybe because I'm from the beige planet. Amazing. That drink sounds absolutely mank. Well, I mean, I was pretty fucking wasted by the time we started drinking them, so yeah, it was. Eat far too much corn for yellow poop. But is that because the poop is dyed, or is that just because of the sheer volume of undigested corn shells? Corn husks? I don't even know what that bit is called, the bit you can't digest. Let's give away lovely sizzle partner. There we go, it's done. It's done. We're giving it away. The local necromancer's tower is probably giddy with excitement. Oh my goodness, they gave it to us. Unbelievable. Clear tourmalines, not the most exciting of things to find in a wall, but you know what? Let's just get them. Let's just get them with a little vein mining order. There we go. Is this a vein? It says vein. Maybe I press D and press Control V. It is. Oh, hang on a minute. Plus no dig into volcano. That would be a major fail. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Lovely. A little bit of cinnabar. A little bit of lovely clear tourmaline. It's not the end of the world. We're not going to get any exciting metals out of the cinnabar, but it's something. It's something. Frame rate is back, says Claycree. It is indeed. Up to 59 now. Very nice. Would you do anything cool with the lava? Maybe once we've got a little bit more stable population-wise. Population-wise, we have got a series of magma/lava-powered workshops. But beyond that, we haven't really done anything. We haven't really given it that much of a go. But hey, I mean, there's always the future. It's a thing. The future, I'm told, at least. I hope it's a thing. Maybe it's an illusion. It's not so bad if it's just an illusion. I mean, it does put lie to free will, but whatever. Fuck it. Who really cares about that? If I've learned anything from Westworld, it's like, does it really matter if we have free will? I don't think it does. It's kind of irrelevant from our perspective. Right, let's pop this down here. There we go. I'm going to make lots of these where we can have sweet, sweet exposed materials. I mean, we don't really need to make them this close together. We could go further, but fuck it. Whatever. That should find us something, hopefully. Although I'm suspecting maybe nothing too exciting. It will, however, keep the miners busy. How many corpses we got left in this corridor? Shitloads. Why are the corpses not being moved? Are they forbidden for some reason? No, they're in a task. Oh, those are memorials. That's a corpse, though. Rigoth's corpse is in a task. It's going to take forever to get rid of all these dead bodies. We're going to be invaded again by the time we've got them all stashed away. I'm not keen on that. I'm not keen on the idea of getting invaded again, especially if we're only getting 6 people per migrant wave. That's not really enough to keep us ticking over. Certainly not enough to get us back to full strength, whatever that might be. How's our table situation doing? Still not great. The furniture throughput is disappointing. Let's have a little look down in the workshops and see what's going on. We don't seem to have that many of our masons working at any one time, which is not great. We've got enough workshops for everybody to have a bedroom, and I think we've given every mason a bedroom. However, that it may be the case that some of our masons have died. For example, Curly3, are you even a mason? Let me have a little check here. Let me figure out if we've got masons in the right bedrooms. Masons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we've got 6 masons. Holy shit. This guy's a much better stonecrafter than a mason. Let's not have him masoning around. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit of housekeeping in Dwarf Therapist without you guys seeing it. How rude of me. Let's get back into the fortress and unpause this shit. Curly Fries is one of the masons though, so that makes sense. Meng. Got a Meng here. Vukar, are you no? Why would you sleep there? Surely you've got a special office bedroom. Or have I not assigned that yet? God damn it. How about Noble Boy? Still unhappy? Needs a decent dining room. Disappointing. Reverse poop for when Scoundrel is on DF and we can't see therapist. That's true, we need a different kind of poo. We need something a little bit stinkier for me to get a whiff of. Ugh. Doesn't make any sense. Why would I say that? Makes no sense whatsoever. My voice is going a bit. Can you hear that? I might have to eat something in a minute. My tooth is really killing me. All of a sudden it flared up. It's been fine all day. Ah well. Never mind. Never mind. Once all this virus cape has died down, I'll be able to get myself a nice doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment. Not that a dentist isn't a doctor, just you know, it's a very specific type. Can we channel points redeemed for 1 minute of Scoundrel ASMR? I'm trying to grab my beard, I can't. Is that what you want? I don't know. I don't know. Ad break hype. We could do an ad break. I mean, do we really need to do ads though? I suppose we could. Someone did vote for it. Is a reverse poop vomit? I feel like a reverse poop is more fundamental than vomiting. I feel, if anything, reverse pooping is eating, or maybe not. Because my mind is inexorably drawn back to the image of having poop put back into the bum, which oddly might be easier with a looser stool. Then you could sort of use some sort of funnel. But if it's a bit too firm, it's going to be difficult. I don't think you'd manage it. I think you'd need to freeze it or something, or put it in some form of like vacuum sealed bag that scrunches it down to make it more solid. No, there's a very high level of difficulty for reverse pooping, but no, I don't think it is vomiting. I don't think it is vomiting, because reverse vomiting is definitely eating, right? Question mark? Question mark? Maybe. Claycree asks the difficult question, then covers it up with an ad break. A reverse poop is an enema. If you're having an enema with previously expelled poop. Well, it doesn't have to be previously expelled, I suppose. It just has to be poop. In fact, isn't anything going up your bum reverse pooping? Because poop is a verb as well. It doesn't have to be a noun, does it? Oh, that's my next t-shirt idea. Remember, poop is a verb. So reverse pooping is technically putting anything up your bottom. And that's eminently possible. I've seen it. I can confirm with my own eyes that putting things up bottoms is entirely feasible as a practice. So there you go. How did we get there? Reverse vomiting is where you lick up all the vomit to get to the stack of pound coins. That's right. Has anyone seen the film Bad Taste by Peter Jackson? There's a sequence in that. Now, those of you with soft stomachs may wish to seal your ears for a moment, but there's a scene in that where a man vomits into a large bowl, and then one by one, all the people in the room take it in turns to have a big old glug off it. It's pretty grim. In fact, it's Peter Jackson himself who does the vomiting into the bowl.
Aren't I lucky, Peter? I've got a lumpy bit.
Great movie. Great movie. In my opinion, at least, you know. Started off the career that went all the way to Lord of the Rings and beyond. Then again, I don't know, I'm not so fond of the films after Lord of the Rings. I mean, they're not bad, but none of them are bad taste. None of them are brain dead. None of them are Meet the Feebles, which are actually not one of the best movies. Technically fun, lots of puppets, exciting, but on script side of things, not so great. I also prefer Brain Dead, whereas, don't get me wrong, Brain Dead, I feel, is the apex of his career. The greatest movie he ever made. Oh. Fart knockers. Forms twisted from their nature. Legion of the night. What hope remains? What are these creature beasts? Let's have a little look. Where are they? Top of the screen? No? I don't see them. We're going to have to use this to find them. Oh. No, they are definitely some kind of undead, yeah. Vutok Mansion dabbling. Okay. Well, that means everybody has to be pulled back in. So, military alert. Burrow 1, please. Everybody inside. And then once we're all inside, we need to pull that lever again. Turns out they never got to build that trade depot. I wonder if the traders are still here. Very unlikely. No, they've long fucked off. They got bored of my talk of rechambering poop. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, is everybody indoors? We appear to have a lollygagger, lollygagging, as is standard for lollygaggers, out in the woods, carrying a piece of wood. Alright, it's not true lollygagging. It has some practical purpose, but let's get you inside as quickly as possible, and then we'll pull that lever. Come on, lad. Move, move, move. Just going to do a quick check to make sure they are moving closer to the entrance. Not too fast. It's okay. It's okay. We can allow them a few moments to get everybody indoors. Come on. Move your fucking ass. I know this corridor is strewn with... Oh, the corpses are all gone. Look. Just as we managed to clean out all the corpses, a whole new tranche of corpses become highly likely. I think we can pull this lever now. Add, pull. Now, that's the wrong lever. This is the lever we want. Add, pull. Now, there we go. Bosh. Somebody pull that. Preferably Logboy. Logboy, are you going to do it? Of course not. Logboy's being a little dick. Logboy's off to bed. Logboy could have pulled that lever, protected us from potential undead incursion, right? Let's just check. Yeah, the levers are definitely inside the burrow. Why is nobody putting a high priority on sealing us back in? Is that miasma? Ah, is that going to close the outer gate? I doubt it. Highly doubt it. What's the fuck? Someone dropped a corpse right there. Is anyone going to pull that lever, lads? Here it comes. You're pulling the lever, right? Yes. Lever pulled. Could someone deal with the miasmal corpse? There we go. We're sealed in. We're all safe. No need to panic, everybody. Everything is absolutely fine. Even though we have a large number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 undead shambling around. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that worrying a siege. We've outlived many more sieges, and now we've got more people in the fortress, right? Yeah, 37 adults, 2 children, and 0 vulnerable babies. They do look a bit spicy, don't they? I didn't play the ad. No, if I go for a break, I'll play an ad maybe. I might go for a break in a minute though. I do need a pee. And as we can see here, naught but droplets left in my mug. Oh, oh. They're different to strength inch demons, are they? Let's have a quick look. Warrior Axeman. Oh, no, I don't want to go to you. I want to look at your stats. Enter? No? View unit, V. Okay. A scaly humanoid. It has 3 long curly tails. Its black scales are small and close set. This night creature was first created by the human necromancer Istrul Chanted of Menglazed after the horrible experiments on the elf Parry Crimson music in play chanted in the year 244. Well, fair amount to unpack here. First of all, horrible experiments on an elf. Yes. Like your style, maybe we could be friends. But he's called what now? Chanted Wet of Menglazed. Do you reckon he stands in the background during the activities there, just making a little chant up as he goes along? Domine. I'm trying to think of cod Latin words, but apparently I'm not capable. That's fine though. That's fine. Have we only got 1 corpse left to put away from that whole lot. We have only got one corpse left. Oh man, that sucks pretty hard. If we could have just got that one in, it would have been nice. Have we got any... Still got a ghostly swords dwarf. Zasset. So Zasset, where are you? Up on the mountain? That's fine. Up on the winding, misty mountain. Is that your corpse, Zasset? Apparently it's Arian. But you're alive. Why can't I see whose corpse this is? The bridge just seems to take all of the... Okay. Zasset. It is Zasset. Look, he's the only one who hasn't been properly buried or memorialised, and his ghost is wandering around on the mountainside. Quite disappointing. Let's order up a memorial slab for him. And Alt-S, Zasset. There we go, Zasset. Can we do this now? Can do it now. Very nice. Very exciting. Don't worry, you'll be memorialised again soon. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely lovely. You'll feel the wonderful flow of exorcismal energy through your, I was going to say body, but unfortunately you probably can't feel your body. You have been separated from it. You've become incorporeal. It's not good. Not fun. I suppose it'll be alright though. Oh look, someone's actually doing the gem cutting now. Did one of them turn up in the... Oh, I must have done. He's only level 2, so he's going to really fudge a lot of those stones up, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Istral chanted wet of Menglaze. That's the one, Plutonium Jesus. I bought you 2 peas with my channel points. Oh my goodness. 2 peas? That's amazing. I wonder if I peed 2 peas, that would be awful. Well, no, under no circumstances would they be easy to pass. They'd be like the most awful form of kidney stones. I was thinking, oh, maybe if they're not flat on, but no, no matter how you orient them, they're going to be a fairly substantial size. Can you take off the military alert now? That is correct, Salford Sal. I can. Well, I mean, yes, I can. That's correct, scoundrel. You can. Yeah. Questions can't be correct, can they? Can a question be correct? Surely it's an answer that's correct. If you drink the drawbridge down, you'll have 0 corpses left to put away. Tidy, that isn't the craziest idea. Although doing it in the middle of an undead siege, maybe not the safest way to go. Speaking of gem cutting, had any nightmares about monkeys ripping off testes lately? No, all of my dreams have been fairly like happy, fun dreams lately. Nothing too serious. Nothing that's warranted a waking up in cold sweat like the testicle popping dream. I can report happily that 0 animals have haunted my nightmares attempting to bust open my scrotum, which, I think is a positive. You may have opinions that differ, but I can't do anything about that. I can't change your mind. Is that a good shape? That's a good shape. I'm going to do Gooey Stamper again. Because I can. There it is. Let's move this out of the way. Get that back. Select that. And we can put that there and that there. And then what I can do is reset the brush. How do I do that again? S, set brush, there we go, and then we'll set that to there. And we'll do this, and then we can flip it horizontally and do that. Can we put it on a bit further up here? No, but we can rotate it and put some bedrooms here as well. Okay, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? And then flip it again, vertically, horizontally. There we go. Pop some doors, some bedrooms there. That should do the trick, shouldn't it? It's not going to fulfill all of our requirements, but it's a start. It's a start. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Monkeys ripping off testicles wasn't necessarily not a happy dream. Depends on what you're into, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you're right, Isaac Meep. With like 7 billion plus people knocking around, probably somebody is well into that. I want to hear the chittering screams of 1,000 monkeys as they reach into my undergarments and tear my genitals asunder. That's, that's the kind of thing they'd be saying. But, I don't think... Probably not something people would admit to publicly, right? They probably want to keep that on the down low. It's one of their private thoughts, not one of the public thoughts. Then again, I mean, maybe not. Maybe to have those kind of desires, you have to be a certain level of crazy, which encapsulates the desire to tell people. Maybe? Maybe not? I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I don't really understand how human minds work. I feel reasonably confident with my own. What the funky dickens? It's other people's minds. Not so hot on. Not very up on how they come up with their decisions. Okay. Could probably dig down the corridor as well and add a few more sweet little bedrooms. The door's being moved, that's good. Okay, everything's ticking along nicely so far. I don't know why that guy fell asleep in the dormitory between two beds. What was that all about? That's some kind of fucking protest. Because I won't have that kind of nonsense, I won't have it. I'll be very upset with people who are doing silly protests like sleeping between beds. That's madness. What's that lovely drawing on the wall? This is a robot drawn by my son. It is Prototype 01 endoskeleton. Let's have a look. It's got eyes here. It's got a head. Inside the head is brain. There's a motor here in the mouth by the looks of things. It's got joints all over the place. They're very heavily indicated. It's got an art heart, which is interesting. It's got receptiles. Oh my goodness, receptiles. My lovely boy. I love you more every time I learn something about you. It's got artificial hearts. Oh, that's why it says art heart. Artificial. This... Oh, cogs. I thought it said coos, but it's cogs. So we've got cogs at the top of the arms. It's got skates on. It's got velay. Like little hairs. Interesting. And it's got long fall boots as well. Very good. I like it. It's been up on the wall for a while. It's a good one. Robots are the best. They are pretty good. I like robots. It's how dormitories are working at the moment, but I think it's graphical. It doesn't actually affect the dwarf's mood for sleeping on the floor. Oh, okay. Fair enough. If that's the case, carry on. Carry on, my wayward dwarf. If you want to sleep between beds, of course, carry on. Bad singing. Ooh, how did our wood situation fan out? Looks like we've got 10 bins in the bin stockpile. So presumably... Okay, they haven't came through all the wood. They suspend the order? So why are the bins going into the bin stockpile and never being pulled out to use for anything else? That doesn't make sense. Oh, the frame rate's gone down a little. We're in the mid to low 50s. Oh no, it's climbing back up again. Sorry, got carried away. Analysing the frame rate just a little too deeply. Don't like the look of our farms. They don't look very plump helmety, do they? Let's have a look at the kitchen stocks, make sure we've actually got some food. We've got 1,000 plump helmets, plenty of seeds, 1,000 dwarven wine with 80 dwarven ale, and looking at this, we've got plenty of other stuff to see us through. Oh, actually, some of the larger amounts are dog tallow. Oh no, 200 turkey hen eggs. It's good. I like it. It may not be peacocks, as Salford Cell prefers, but it's eggs. And an egg's an egg. I wonder how big a peacock egg is in reality, compared to a standard chicken egg. It appears a snake monk order has appeared on the Minecraft server. Snake monks, never heard of that one. What, you said you were running Direwolf, was it? Interesting. Whenever I hear Snake Monk, I always think of either the Yan T from D&D, or what are the ones in Call of Cthulhu called? there's a series of the servants of Yig or something, aren't they? Like the snake people, the serpent people. They live forever. Do you reckon David Icke read the Call of Cthulhu rulebook and was like, that's a fucking brilliant idea? Oh no, because he watched V. That's where he got his ideas. Direwolf 20.1.12? I guess that's how it goes. It's like Dwarf Fortress version numbers. Very complex, very confusing. Would you want to live forever? Forever, forever? Or, potentially forever? I know I don't want to die. Put it that way. I would rather get a chance to just keep going on and on and on. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it down the line. Healthily, sure. But to be fair, I'm one of those guys who'd probably prefer to live as a brain in a jar than not. If you see what I mean? I feel like I would probably go with the closest to immortality I can get. Even if the genie was deliberately misinterpreting my wishes, which is probably the kind of genie I'd get, right? Not the dreamer you dream of with the light brown hair. Let's get some of this lovely vein here. Nice, very good. A few little clear tourmalines, I would wager. Doesn't seem like the cinnabar vein has passed through any other interesting materials. Bit sad, but not much we can do about that. It looks like they've gone to do the beds in the bedrooms, or do the bedrooms at least, not the beds, which is good. I don't know why we've got quite so much miasma in the dining hall. What's this about, lads? Why are we miasming? What's so stinky here, right? Someone ordered some especially pungent cheese? Is that the deal? Stray cat. Tame. But not dead. Presumably. Stray dog, tame, but again, not dead. Marble statue. Is the miasma coming from here? Okay, well, it will presumably clear soon enough. Let's have a little look. The performance troupe get fucked up by demons? What? Dog is fighting. Night Fury's fighting. What's all this about? Not a recent announcement. Okay, no, we saw that. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So, one of the people in the fortress has got a bit sad looking at this, and then we've got more people heading into the not quite happy category. I'm not sure about that. Okay. Still haven't placed a lot of these tables and stuff. I'm worried why we're so bottlenecked in the masonry department. It's not like we don't have a lot of very good masons. It's a hive of activity down here, actually. We've got, 2 or 3 people. They don't seem to be. Maybe are they going upstairs and downstairs to find their to find stuff? I think they might be. Someone's stumbling around obliviously. That's not a good sign. And a Kia has stolen a pick. Also not ideal, but that's from the surface, I would imagine. Rather than, we never had any chain leggings. Holy shit, they're going mad. Just steely. Those fucking little parrot bastards. Watch out, boys. I'll come for you. Watch out, boys, he'll screw you up. Stamping on them. That's what I'd do. Someone reheated fish in the microwave. That would definitely cause miasma. Peafowl eggs are larger than both chicken and duck eggs. They're about 50% larger than chicken eggs and are about the same size as turkey eggs, but smaller than emu or ostrich eggs. Well, very few things, I imagine, have emu or ostrich-sized eggs. Night Fury better not die. I think you're alright, Night Fury. I think that was an old notification. Because looking at here, you look fine. You look fine in Dwarf Therapist, don't worry. Hello, Vehamut. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. It's good to see you. Time for a little DF? I think so. Lovely bit of DF. I might be taking a break very shortly, though, because I am A, busting for a piddle, and B, feeling a bit hungry. So I might need to grab a quick snack. Oh, look, the undead are gathering up at our gates. Oh, No, well, they're kind of hovering around above it now, but whatever. Whatever. We've probably got that memorial slab engraved now, haven't we? So let's place that. Build, Alt-S. We'll pop the last slab in here. And presumably this will be the one. Fingers crossed. We should momentarily see a... Oh, shit. Look at all of these other slabs. These all need furniture hauling, but I'm guessing the slabs are going to be out here, right? Yeah. I think they all got upended by the previous siege. That's a problem. Is the troop outside or did they run off? Let's have a little look. Goblin poet and an elf poet. What are you up to, elf poet? Oh, he's outside. Look at him. He's hanging out. You know there's undead round here, right? You know there are very dangerous monsters. About the goblin poet, they're just hanging off on the edge, just waiting to run away. Hopefully they'll draw the undead away. That would be nice, wouldn't it? They get chasing off the edge of the map. That would be great. Can't brew any drinks. We don't have enough unrotten drink material. Okay. They're not really doing much, are they? They're just sort of hanging about. Maybe they're neutral to the undead, perhaps? Doesn't seem likely. There's not a lot of them, are there? I feel like sending people out to attack them, though, might be hubris. Probably a bad move. Well, they're ignoring the entertainers. Perhaps they like the singing. Perhaps they're just going, no, I won't kill them yet. Let's just listen to what they've got to sing. Ah, such sweet music. Such sweet music. Still hanging around? Yep, still hanging around down there. Little gobbo poet on the edge of the map. His little elfie friend. Not enough free nest box zones found. You need 19 more. What the name of fucking... Okay, we got a lot of baby chickens. Oh, come on, game. Don't let me embarrass myself in front of someone who just made a tutorial about this kind of shit. Oh, I turned off the pen pasture information. It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. Stop panicking. Well, the duck's already in there. Do we need anything else? Stray cat, dog, cat, turkey, hen. Oh yeah, you were in a cage, weren't you? For some reason. Cat, dog, donkey, rooster. You can go in there. Why not? You're a bird. You may not lay eggs, but you are a bird. A ewe, or piglet, puppy, 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 kitten, 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 puppy, puppy, piglet, piglet, puppy, 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 kitten, kitten, poult. There we go. Lots of poults. They can all be... Holy shit. That's a lot of poults. Fingers crossed they either get eaten or lay eggs that get eaten. Excuse me. I think that these are the things that can take out a fully armoured squad single-handedly, probably. That feels like the kind of enemies we would be facing. Oh, hello. I've got 2 notifications on the YouTube. Music commented, exciting. You're so friendly. I want to be friends, XD. An hour ago. Oh, that's... Thank you? I suppose. That's just... It said 2. Oh well, not that exciting. Anyway, where were we? We were looking at the fortress, weren't we? We were looking at the fortress and wondering what we should be doing to achieve maximal happiness for our dwarves so they don't all start spiralling. Who is our moodiest dwarf? Let's find out who our moodiest dwarf is. By the looks of things... Oh, Uvash, why are you in a mood? Stumbling obliviously. Why so upset? Retching on miasma, worry after being unable to pray, away from family for too long, unable to fight for too long, unable to practice a craft, uncreative, unable to acquire something, lack of decent meals, unable to be extravagant, a lack of abstract thinking, unable to practice a martial art, euphoric due to inebriation, and satisfied after teaching poetry. Whatever. Okay, basically they're just upset from the number of corpses they've seen lately, which is reasonably understandable. I'm down with it. It said exactly the same on my video. I get loads of those. People going, oh, nice vid, oh, great, like, let's be friends. Would you like loads of free subscribers? You know, bots. It's so boring. Hello, Fuzzatron. For some reason, the saddest dwarfs in my thoughts seem to often have horrible accidents no one could have predicted. Well, we had a lot of ours sent off on an enormous little journey across the land to fight necromancers, but they all got imprisoned, which was a tragedy. Very tragedy. XD. XD, friend.
Friendo XD. Friend XD.
I'm secret in Alien trying to blend in. Did I do something wrong? Not at all, Salford Sal. I think if aliens were trying to blend in, would they be using YouTube friend requests or subscriptions as a medium for trying to contact us? I don't know. Then again, as we've discussed before, Lovecraftian creatures from beyond that we cannot truly understand probably are going to have fairly inexplicable actions, right? Can I speed up the chairs and table bottleneck by adding more chairs and table orders in? Let's try adding table. That should work, right? That one. Add tables to this one as well. Table, Alt W, yep. Did I put the order in on that one correctly? Yeah. Put tables in this one as well. No? Add. There we go. That's the right way to do it. Table, Alt W, yep. Shift A. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so now more of my Mason's workshops will put tables into their list of to-dos. Should probably put chairs in as well, shouldn't I? Get those done at the same time. This guy's not doing tables either. Add table, Alt W, yeah. There we go. That's correct. Escape. So then we add chair. Oh, that's clever, isn't it? Yes, thank you. Good. Shift A. No, I don't want an animal. Oh, no. Cancel. Cancel. Let's put the throne order in again. Unsuspend. That's fine. Alt W. Shift A. Chairs of rock. 5 to 10 chairs. Okay, fucking hell. Confused myself greatly there. Let's do this one now. Add chair. Alt W. Yes. Cool. Same here. Add chair. Alt W. Enter. Good. Add chair. Alt W. Yes. Enter. Escape. Wait, where's the table gone from this one? Christ's sake. I'm missing very basic shit, aren't I? Table. Craftsdorf workshop. Making rock pots. Maybe I should make some more goblets as well. That might be a good idea. Not yet. We'll figure it out later on. Let's just make sure this guy's got chairs in his list. Add chair. Alt W. Yep. Bosh. Okay, so now we have an actual... Oh! Hello! What's this? Yeah. Hey man, nice vid. Yeah, thanks for the context. Mind you, even people who have watched, for me, leave comments without context as to what they're talking about in the video, and I sit there thinking, shall I skip through this video that's 5 hours long to figure out what they're talking about? And then I probably end up doing it because I just like listening to my own voice because I'm a massively vain man. True. If they said, hey lady, it might be a little bit more, but still, it's gonna be a red flag, I think. If it said, hey lady to me, I'd be like, oh, I think you've got the wrong end of the stick, sir. Terribly sorry. Nice stream. Like to be friends, XD. Yes, that's right, Play Crew. Scoundrel would like to be friend. Beast versus Demon. I know, Tidy. I'm getting quite hyped for this. I'm getting quite hyped. Oh, poll. Not a bad notion, actually. Let's do that. Let's make a poll to see who thinks it's going to win. New poll. Beast versus Demon. Here we go. Who thinks the Beast is going to win? It's not demons, is it? Are these demons? The forgotten beast Zacalo Nabethricote has come. An enormous scaly crab. It has large mandibles, and it is slavering. Beware its deadly spittle. Intriguing. It's got to get up to the surface. Beast, undead. It's not demons, are they? There we go. So here's the poll coming in now. Who do you think will win in this little combat that's going to happen? The beast versus the undead. Even though I've written demon instead of undead. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. There are the poets. The poets are a possibility. But I doubt they will. I doubt they will survive. Come on, come on. Now let's have a look at the poets. See if they're still up there, because they're in dire trouble. They are still up there. There's a human bard as well. That poor fucker. Let's have a little look. They're out here. They're out here. Let's follow the beast and see what happens. Others. There it is. Where are you? Z. Let's give it a follow. I think this is going to be the mover and shaker to follow. The Forgotten Beast is going to be making all the power plays. If any plays are made. Is that the poll finished? Not quite. Not quite. Oh no, it is finished, yeah. 60% reckon the beast will win. It does seem highly likely, but at least a third of you have decided to vote against that, which seems madness to me. Pure madness. Let's have a little look there. 3 people say beast, 2 say undead. Well, maybe some of the undead voters know something that the rest of us don't. It's already up on the surface. This doesn't look good for our... Oh, there's goats on the surface. Interesting. Are they goats, though? We'll never know. They're going to be torn apart. I feel like the poets have somehow been saved by the goats. Saved by the goatsy. How long did it take them to get that goat thing? Ages. Let's just quickly pause. Hang on. I need to actually select the game for that to work. There we go. Pause. We'll see if it is a goat. Is it a goat? It's a mountain goat, yeah. Mountain goat's apparently distracting, saving the poets. It's not going to last long, though. That goat will get got. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's taken out the mountainside. Has he killed it? No, he seems to have just lost sight of it. Oh, here he goes. He's moving along the mountainside, chasing the goat, and it appears to be dead. Now, hopefully, it will cross paths with the undead, and a fun little battle will ensue. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Still not much going on. I'm going to go look at chat and see what's happening here. I think the undead are armed, yeah. Oh, hello. Back down underground, for some reason. Going to fight the naked mole dogs, perhaps? I don't know. That's a good point. Numbers do have a big effect, especially when there are lashers involved. At least one of the undead creatures is a lasher, which, as we know, if it's made of silver, can be an absolutely terrifying accoutrement of war. Well, does the deadly spittle affect undead? That's the question. I don't think it can shoot. Can you poison something that's already dead? Seems unlikely, right? Doesn't seem like it's going to be the most effective strategy to kill something that's dead. I feel like I'd want to hack it up or mash it up or something. Maybe I'm a fool, though. Maybe I'm a fool. I'm a bit disappointed that it's down here killing all these little wild animals. Sure, it's going to do a fair good for our frame rate, but still. Come on, kill something more interesting. Do we leave the Forgotten Beast on its rampage while I go on my break? We could do that, couldn't we? Could do that, because I am so desperate for the toilet right now. I feel like I should probably... Oh, a Fey Mood, you say? Oh, this is exciting. Where's the dwarf? There they are. Let's follow this and we'll come back to watch the Forgotten Beast later on, once the mood has been resolved. Actually, to be honest, I should probably go to the loo. Starting to feel... The feeling of discomfort is transitioning to one of pain. Do we watch this lad or do we watch the Forgotten Beast? Let's see what the old FB's up to. Is there meant to be a couple of double pixels at the bottom of the screen? No, it's just an amazing annoyance that happens. Can I resize the window adequately? Is that better? The window size goes a bit better. If I accidentally click on the border rather than the window itself, it resizes slightly. Crustacean cliffhanger. That's right. Crustacean combat cliffhanger, more accurately. This guy seems like he's getting everything he wants, right? Do we need to watch him? He's getting a lot of stone, that's for sure. Oh, we've got a very drowsy miner for some reason. Why is Arctrex drowsy? Why should I care about that? Oh, is he the one stumbling obliviously? That could be the case. No, that was Urvash. Arctrex, why are you so drowsy? Surely you can get to a bed. The beds aren't out of bounds. Oh, hang on a minute. No, the military alert is off. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Now it's cutting off vital information about dead dwarves. No, I just think there's no information there. Or am I? Is that better? Better? Worse. There we go, looks okay on my screen. There we go. Right, has he begun his work or is he... No, he's still collecting shit, presumably. I don't see him in a workshop. Oh, he's back, here we go, with a bit of wood. Ready to go? No, he's heading off in another little jaunt. Out and about to get more items. Intriguing. Could it be... Hello, Darren Sullivan, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Could it be a pre-alcohol poisoning warning? I'm not sure what you mean there. Oh, the drowsiness. Possibly? I don't think so. Now make the face cam 4 times bigger. Oh, I can definitely do that. Easy peasy. There we go. Where were we? Hoping that this guy doesn't go loopy. Is he already in? Oh, he's got some cloth. He's off to get more stuff. You know what? I'm going to start watching the Forgotten Beast again. Just, oh. It's gone off the edge of the map. Noodle McTP Raboslan's right hand. Oh no! The people we sent off to fight in the previous war have now got their dead body parts being reanimated. This isn't good. Wombat skeleton, troll skeleton, yak cow skeleton. Mulmarian? What's a Mulmarian? Is it like a mole man? What in the name of funky Dickens is going on here? Mulmarian. Let's have a little look. A hideous monster that has the body of a giant mole rat and the torso of a mole rat man. It is found deep underground. She is corpulent. Her skin is pink. Her eyes are black. The body of a mole rat and the torso of a mole rat man. So it's kind of like a mole rat centaur? No, but it's also a female, but with the body of a man. Intriguing. So it's like a centaur? A hermaphrodite centaur, maybe? So the torso of a mole rat man. But then, presumably the body of the giant mole rat is female, right? Troglodyte skeleton, cat partial skeleton, a rhesus macaque skeleton and partial skeleton. Okay. Not great sign. How's the goblin poet doing? Let's have a little look at him. Still there. Let's have a look at the combat reports. The Forgotten Beast was fighting. Here we go. Oh, hello. It fought the undead. We missed it. The Istral's warrior swordsman punches the Forgotten Beast in the head with her right hand, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle and bruising the brain. The Istral's warrior spearman pulls on the embedded bismuth bronze spear. Well, there you go. The undead won. Huh. Interesting. I imagine man in that meaning is short for human, like it's trying to say mole ratman. Maybe. Maybe not. Tavern keepers force alcohol on people. It can kill non-dwarves. Oh. Interesting. Now that we have a tavern keeper, that makes things a little different. Urist likes Mulmarians for their weirdness. That makes sense. Is it dead? That's a good question. Does anyone remember the name of the fucker? Let's look at the combat report. That'll tell us, won't it? Zekalo Nabathrikot. Zekalo, that's the one. And then we go to dead. It's dead. It's fucking dead. Well, all of those of you who voted Beast, fail. Salford Sal, you've got every right to feel smug, even though you're obviously not feeling smug because you're a lovely person who doesn't do smug, just like a sort of low key pride. Undead can't die. That's true, Tidy. Tidy the dabbing cat. No. Well, to be honest, Claycree, the shell felt like a big factor. Up until the point we all started thinking about weapons and numbers, and then, the undead seemed like a good old option. Did they actually take any damage though? Doesn't look like it. Looks like the Forgotten Beast basically just missed and then got fucked up with spears. Death is all around us. I feel very uneasy. You're undead, mate. Why you reckon that's a fucking good idea? Only 1 page of... 7 pages. Yeah, he got really fucked up. Although he has covered them in this extract, which may kill them down the line? Maybe? We'll have to see. It will definitely make them more dangerous. If they're covered in contact poison, that's not going to go well for us. He's begun his mysterious construction. Very exciting. Very exciting. Let's go and look and see where our undead enemies are. Are there fewer invaders? Yeah, there's 1 fewer invader. Well, that's nice. Although we do have a shitload of undead on site now. Presumably... Oh shit, we've got 3 separate ghosts of our people. This isn't good. Oh, they are down in the mines now. So hopefully that will yield more Forgotten Beast interaction for them. Should more Forgotten Beast turn up? Fingers crossed. Who did I just notice a minute ago? 3 ghosts, that's right. Okay, we need to do more memorial slabs for sure. So, one more check. Zassit, Ral and Bim. Okay. Zassit, Ral and Bim. We're going to get some slabs carved up for you as soon as we can. Lickety split. Okay, you haven't got a memorial. You've got a ghost. You've got a slab engraved. Huh. Interesting. Where's the other ghosts? If I just go down here and find all the people who have ghosts. That's probably the best bit, right? Oh my god, there's a lot of deadies in here. Another one of them, please. Keep going. There's 1 more ghost. Should find it soonish. No? You've already got one in for Zassit. Fuck's sake. Whatever. Get those 2 done. That'll be fine. Ad time. That's a good point. Maybe I should go and run an ad and go for a piss. That's a good idea. You've joined the snake cult and can now mine stone with my bare hands. Are snakes renowned for mining with their bare hands? I don't feel like snakes really might do anything with their bare hands, right? They don't have hands with which they can not put gloves on? Oh my god, it's all very confusing. Let's pause the game. Let's pause the Simon Swirler also and head back over to the home screen. Da, 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 da. There we go. Here I am, back in the home screen. I'm going to run the regular break with the break music, but seeing as people keep saying it, we'll run an ad break as well. I think I just push a button to do it, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I don't know if... there's a lot of subs here. I don't know if you're going to see any fucking ads, so don't be surprised if it just stays with the break. Anyway, thanks for watching up until now. I'm going to take a quick break. Those of you watching the YouTube recording, bye-bye. Bye-bye.